Good morning, Sassy fam. Welcome to your Sunday check-in. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Today's check-in is the bi-weekly, so that is a 9-card baseline. I'll clarify a couple of points, and then towards the end, throw down some oracles and charms as well. With the bi-weekly check-in, as with all tarot, take it resonates, leave it does not. And do keep in mind that occasionally I do see a them or they pop up, and I'll report it, but it's not about a them or they. It's about your collective's core energy read. What's going on, how you're reacting to the situation, perceiving it, feeling about it, etc. But at that point, absolutely reverse energies as you see fit. And then do keep in mind these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, which is to say they may not resonate at all, which I know is terribly frustrating, but it's also normal. If that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. You guys, I am looking forward to a busy, but I have no doubt, fun-filled weekend this weekend and next weekend. When I told you I was connected to many Geminis, that's no joke. I have before me several Gemini birthdays to attend, and no two Gemini birthdays are the same. Let me tell you that right now. They all tend to be a bit unique. But yeah, we've got some birthday parties lined up for sure. Looking forward to every single one of them. Let me give you a little example of what it's like. And if you are connected to a Gemini, or if you are one, this makes total sense to you. This is just an example, a real life example. On a Monday afternoon, 2 p.m., text comes through from a bestie, someone whom I've known for over a decade, going on 2 decades. I get this text. Hey, if you existed in the Game of Thrones universe, where would you be and why? Well, I think I'd be training in the House of Black and White, serving the many-faced god in Bravos. The response was, I can see that. That suits you. That was it. Are you at work? What are you doing? It's like, oh yeah, I'm at work. It crossed my mind and I thought I'd ask you real quick. Okay. That's cool. I remember I had another just kind of random conversation with another Gemini friend who was like, have you ever thought about Peter Frampton's solo performance, fill in the year of whatever it was, wherever the concert was, and how it might apply to music at the meta level? Okay. No. Honey, no, so-and-so, my dear so-and-so friend, no, it never occurred to me. No, I hadn't. Call me crazy. I don't know that too many people may have put thought into it like that, but that's you though. I love it. I absolutely love it. Like I said, they have a way of keeping me on my toes. So anyway, that's my weekend, just in the general sense, having some fun there. And hopefully we have a nice, lovely, predictable, once more kind of work week. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you for some shorts. I will see you for the Thursday check-in, and I will see you at your sign. Take care. Be well. Leo, what's up? What's going on for Leo, please? Show me Leo. The Emperor, 2 of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. Okay. 4 of Cups, Justice, and Death. Okay. Ace of Swords, the 3 of Pentacles, and the Knights of Swords. I see your energy bouncing around between yourself and someone else. Okay. I believe you're showing me a sense of command, authority, empowerment, and someone else is trying to show you their logical, rational self, reasoning of mind, this kind of thing, because there is a dialogue going between you and somebody here. It looks very formal. It very much looks like kind of best self energy. All right? This is what I'm presenting. This is what you're presenting. So it looks formal. But something here is being worked out. 4 Cups, Justice, Death, and this is not balancing. Coming to terms with that, agreeing upon those terms, understanding what that means, but there is a strong sense of neither one of us is happy in this, and we can't figure out what fair is, or how to rectify that sadness, or upsetment, or disappointment. Okay? I say upsetness, excuse me. But yeah, no, there's a very strong sense of this isn't fair for either one of us. I'm disappointed and upset, and clearly you are too. And if that cannot change, if that cannot transform, then it must end. So am I seeing the formal recognition between two people here? Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, Knight of Swords. There is still something to kind of take care of, though, in that respect of what to give this, how to act towards it then. Is it a partnership then? Is it a friendship? Some sort of cooperation? You want to figure that out. Knight of Swords, you want to address those particular blind spots. So then what is this? And how do I act towards it now? Okay. Given that this is in the space of a Three of Pentacles type of situation. Excuse me. The Emperor, Two of Wands, and the Queen of Swords. The Moon, the Three of Swords, and the High Priestess. Okay. Between the two of you, one of you has felt a pressing need to keep your sense of pain and disappointment to yourself. It's quiet. Your intuition, or their intuition, somebody's intuition, kind of quietly says, keep this to yourself. Do not let it know how much it has hurt you. Do not let it or they know your pain born from a sense of outstanding rejection, ongoing hurt, disappointment, but an overall sense of rejection. I don't want them to know how much that hurt me or has hurt me. So while you two seem to be conversing very formally, very officially, someone's inner pain runs very deep, and they insist upon being quiet about it. They won't say. Like is the interpretation, it's beneath me, it's too beneath me to talk about it, or I refuse to? I don't want them to know how much they've hurt me or disappointed me. I'm not sure what the context is. But because you were both presenting best face, formal face, it's hard to tell what the context is. Hopefully I've described it well enough that you would know. Four of Cups, Justice, Death. But yeah, that seems to be a mutual agreement. Neither one of us is happy. And it's not fair to either one of us. That you seem to agree on. Page of Swords, the Five of Wands, Nine of Cups. Such small insight. Page of Swords, Five of Wands, Nine of Cups. It's hard to keep an open mind towards this. There seems to be constant conflict around this idea of personal happiness, and what does that mean? It's really hard for you to see things from their point of view now. And they yours. The energies are so small and fraught with difficulties. It's like everything gets nitpicked to death. Someone feels like they can't be themselves. The other person feels the same. Too much conflict over what should be shared interests. That kind of stuff. It's like I never have room or space to be me. And neither do you. We're both miserable. whatever it is that I feel good about gets rejected or fought against. There's such a smallness around the idea of personal happiness. Neither one of us is happy. I don't feel like I get to be me, or that it's welcome. Neither do you. Yeah, you both experience that in some way. Eight of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. So the question remains then, what do you do with this? Do you owe it anything, or do you feel you owe it anything? Because there's that question of what to do with this. Practically speaking, what do I do with this? We don't know. But you're working through it. You want to understand Judgment, the world, Ten of Pentacles. Okay, look, Judgment here with the world, Ten of Pentacles. You don't owe this person a way of life anymore. Okay? You don't owe them contribution to their stability. This is something you need to figure out for yourself, though. Okay? If there was a stronger sense of cooperation and balance in each other's lives, perhaps there might have been a stronger argument for ongoing stabilization efforts or contributions. But as far as I can tell, your two worlds are divided, or they're going to divide. So at some point you kind of cross that threshold in understanding, oh, I don't actually owe them anything. If it's so unfair between us, perhaps it's best fully separated. But that's for you to figure out. That's a blind spot for some of you, Ace of Swords. But you are taking direct action in future with the Knight of Swords to understand any potential role you might still have in this person's life and they in yours, even if it's in a friendly sort of way, Three of Pentacles. And the fact of the matter is that you don't. Judgment, the world, Ten of Pentacles. They owe themselves the responsibility of stabilizing their own world, and you to yours. Some people can authentically arrive to the conclusion, I can give this friendship or the occasional page. And they can mean that. And others need to arrive to that conclusion themselves, I don't actually owe this anymore, anything. Okay? They're responsible for their part of the world now, and I'm responsible for mine. If indeed we made each other so unhappy, by all rights it would stand to reason that you two would continue to be in conflict even over the Three of Pentacles. If someone is that adverse to agreement. About the happiness of someone else or something like that. Yeah. Okay. First quarter moon in Virgo. Assess the situation, and so you are. The both of you are. Good. You might have some strong Virgo in your chart and also could be connecting too. It is the end of a cycle. I see that. The world is here twice. I understand. Separation. I understand. Okay. And this could be in the context of many things. It's not just intimate partnership. This is someone whom you might be officially speaking to now to separate, or completely separate, I should say, from each other's lives. And I have to agree, something's that adverse to personal choice and personal feeling. You can't even agree on the most simplest of things. If everything's that upsetting, then it probably always will be. So again, I'm going to have to go ahead and push on the argument here, just like Judgment pointed out. No, you don't have to provide a world for this person or be part of their world, even at the Three of Pentacles level anymore. But that's something you need to learn or figure out. Okay? But yes, indeed, it's the end of a cycle, and separation at this point is best. I don't know the context, but this is a very interesting feature right here. Strong indication of Piscean energy. Some very interesting Pisces in your chart could be connecting to. Doesn't have to be. But just to let you know, I don't know if it's pride. I don't know if it's saving face, but one person inherently feels they have to keep their own sense of pain and heartbreak and rejection to themselves. They take it to a very deep place. I'm not saying I agree with it. What I'm saying is that it's here. If that's you, I strongly recommend you don't be an island. Talk to someone. You don't feel you can with this person. I understand. Trust is gone. Trust is gone. Trust is gone. I got that. Obviously, trust is gone in this. Everything that's brought up as a potential positive is shot down as a negative. And it's like arguing for the sake of it at this point. It's like I can't even exist. I can't even breathe without some form of disapproval or somebody's notes. I got you. Yeah, trust is gone. If that's you, why would you trust this person with your deeper emotions? They've been rejecting the simplest things, and you, for your part, have kind of rejected them. Most likely in reaction to. But if that's you, and I think it is actually, if I'm being perfectly honest with you, talk about it. Okay? All right. We have the letters R, T, J, Z, X. We have the Pegasus. Yes, you have the freedom to choose. You have the freedom to take action. You have the freedom to flight. I see that. Okay. We have the single dolphin. You can go your own way. I have two sets of dolphins here. The single one that can swim on its own and is very happy. And then there's the two that make the heart. This is the single one. Mask off and in reverse, taking the mask off. Okay. Not hiding our real thoughts anymore. This kind of thing. Yeah, perhaps they finally revealed their hand. But I see where you keep things kind of locked down in private. Okay. All right. Leo, honey, I do hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Sag, what's up? Show me Sagittarius, please. Alrighty. What's up? Oh, okay. Strength. Ace of Pentacles. Seven of Wands. Well, sometimes life is like that. Ace of Swords. The Sun. Two of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Okay. Queen of Cups. And the Page of Cups. All right. I see you being adamant. Absolutely adamant and focused on a brand new beginning. You're like, I'm using all my best strength for this. I want this to happen. Leave me alone. Like, your energy can be found nowhere else these days except in that Ace of Pentacles. Okay. You want that to happen. Very much so. Putting a lot of strength of will into it. I hear you. And you're reinforcing it too with the Seven of Wands. It's like, I'm not playing. I believe you. Ace of Swords, the Sun, the Two of Pentacles. There is a question here of what to do with something. Because you've got one truth sorted. I see your one truth. Cool, we're on that. But you're like, there's another truth I'm kind of dealing with, and I'm trying to figure out if it's part of my happiness bracket, if it's part of my happiness wheelhouse, and if so, what does that mean? So, one truth, one new beginning, one concept here you absolutely know you want. And then there's something else here you're floating around with. It's kind of like, is that a truth? Is that going to make me happy? What do we think about this? Okay, and then Ten of Swords, Queen of Cups, Page of Cups. I got some beautiful feeling down there, but with it a sense of pain, possibly an ending. Is this one of the things you're thinking about? Love? And do you want it? Are you open to that? This seems non-negotiable. But something here represents a certain level of uncertainty. And you want to get clear on the subject. I see that. But let us begin from the beginning. Strength, Ace of Pentacles, Seven of Wands. Ace of Cups, Justice, Strength. Oh. Oh. Oh, so you are technically in the market for for two brand new beginnings. One you were absolutely clear on. Love, you actually feel very attracted to that as well in terms of strength. Some of you might have some very interesting Leo in your chart. Very. You're like, oh no, I've thought about new love too. The Ace of Pentacles is pretty solid to you. You're defending that position. You're like, that's mine. I have a brand new beginning here, most likely in work, okay, career, something like that. Location, home, space, something that's real. Congratulations, by the way. And Ace of Cups, you're like, that feels correct to me too, actually. New love. That feels very correct to me. In fact, it feels right. So then what's the question? One has no doubts. In terms of direction, investment, it's already underway. You're pursuing it now as we speak. Your Ace of Cups also is under no contest. However, I think where it's supposed to go is where you question it. Ace of Swords, the Sun, Two Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles, the Four of Swords, Queen of Cups. There it is again. Queen of Cups. We're resting on this. The idea of new love gives you a sense of strength of will that feels correct, balanced. Where to put those feelings seems to be where the question is. It's kind of like saying, this potential love energy, would it make me happy? Can I say that with absolute confidence? And if so, what should I put into it? Because there is someone here. We rest upon their energy. We think about it. We reflect upon it. Is it worthy of me? Is it correct for me? There's a strong sense of correctness here. New love, that's not the question. Whom is going to? That's the question. Is it worthy of me? Is it correct? Should I put myself into that? Do I dare? With at least one particular person, so we're reflecting on it. I agree. That particular person and what they represent, will that make me happy? Can I rest upon that knowledge with truth and certainty? Okay. Fair. Goodness me, you're someone who is very knowing of thyself. You have a strong strength of will, my friend. Put it this way, you really value knowing what you're doing before you do it. The World, 9 of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. You choose. You will choose. Something about choosing. Once more, you're up for new love. Where to put it? You're saying you have someone in mind. But with it, there's a certain sense of fear tied to that. If I pursue it, it might have certain consequences attached to it. If I open myself towards it, I don't know. There's a lot of fear around this particular subject. So once more, you want to know what you're doing before you set about your business. Particularly in that, is if I put my love in that direction or with that person, is that going to be a source of long-term happiness? Is that a good truth? And that's something you need to figure out. Okay? Before you head off in that direction, because I don't disagree, there's something about the love energy, the proposal here, that also says with it comes a particular set of risks and known fears. Possibly the anticipation of being hurt, and it would mean you putting your heart on the line. It's a choice, you're saying, where your Ace of Cups might go. It could be a hit, it could be a miss. That's true for anything. But I'm looking at a person who wants a lot of assurance from themselves. I see you choosing vulnerability, despite the fear of potentially being hurt. You want to close the door on fears. Okay? I see you slowly heading in a direction. Very carefully unpacking your heart in a particular direction. And it requires vulnerability, the willingness to be hurt in order to find out. I would love to get more advice for you, because that's really shaky. That's a shaky conclusion. I want you to do what's right for you. And it's not that you will absolutely be hurt. It's just you anticipate it. Like that sense of fear is eating at you. It could hurt. It could hurt if I put my love in that particular direction. Yes, it could, but anything could. Technically, when you open up to love, you take that risk. Doesn't matter who you associate it with or who you begin to associate it with or build that bridge with. There's always that sense of this could hurt me. That's what it is to roll the dice on love. So there are no guarantees. Okay? You feel it. You feel that it's correct for you. And you can give yourself a bunch of side notes and examine this closely. But at the end of the day, you're really not going to know until you try. All right? So I agree with you, yes. Am I pursuing love in that particular direction, whoever they are? Ask yourself if it is worthy of you. Okay? Only you can really understand if you can feel the warmth with this. But it is going to require certain risk that you open up to try and find out. But I have to tell you what, I could see where many Saggies would decline too. Or you won't go in that direction, at least not where that person on your mind is concerned. You won't go in that direction. But you get to choose. I want you to understand what's right for you. I can only tell you so much. All right? I can definitely see where a lot of Saggies, quote unquote, won't go there. You thought about it. You've given it a damn good think. And you might feel the promise of something, but you're not necessarily convinced, in which case, back away. Okay? Not because I'm saying your fears are right, but because you just know you're not supposed to be there. For others of you, you're like, yeah, well, I want to find out. I want to find out. I want to move in that direction. I want to be just a little bit vulnerable, even though I understand opening up could hurt me. For some of you, simply that need to find out is so much greater than the risk. Okay? Yes, honey, I know. I see that. Some of you are naturally very anxious. I get that. And yet, there it is. That small, compelling force. And for some of you, not so small. To take courage, action. For some of you, Saggy might be your Jupiter placement, by the way. But here we have the key word here is beginnings. I don't care who you open up to, honey. You take a risk, you roll the dice. You said new love is within your wheelhouse of potential experiences, and you are actually connected to it spiritually. You believe in it. So it doesn't matter if it's specifically that person in your mind or someone brand new altogether. It's still a beginning. It's still going to represent a fear and anxiety in some way. It's just how much are you going to feed that? Regardless, if you give in to this, the result's going to be the same. Whether it's that specific person or someone new altogether, it doesn't matter. Okay? I will say this, that Ace of Pentacles is undisputed. It is 1,000% undisputed. Once more, congratulations on the new role, on the new home, and the new investment. I don't know, but congratulations. And as for the love, honey? There's something in your heart. And that's you, right there. First quarter moon in Sagittarius, believe in your good luck. First quarter moon in Aries, step into your power. You know, some interesting Aries as well as Leo in you. Double, triple, quad fire, are you? Okay. Yeah, that's a little bit more towards that Leo energy. A sense of, oh yeah, initiative, yes. But with a certain sense of assured outcome. And that's kind of speaking to you today. And I hate to be the person to tell you, honey, but there's no such thing. I just, okay, no letters, so I'll have to pull again. So we have Scorpio here, keyword being passionate. We also have the medallion of Libra. They are back-to-back in terms of seasons, so for some of you might have these very strongly in your chart, could be connecting to, and then of course their seasons might be important to you, the time frame. We have the butterfly sign of transformation, once more, Scorpio energy. We have the crescent moon upside down in reverse. For some of you, the new moon energy is very, very important, something like that, but there's no sense of visibility in the night sky for at least where the moon is concerned. Myself, personally, no letters again. Ay. All right, the Tree of Life, Ten of Pentacles, the foundation, roots. I can see that you are deeply rooted and that you are thinking about your long term. I get that. I do. Like I said, some of you have some very strong Leo in your chart. I really feel like this is you. The twin dolphins that create the heart like so. You want your equal. You do. You want someone who can swim with you, right? I wish you could swim like dolphins can swim. Heroes. Bowie. I wish you could swim like dolphins could swim. You want someone to swim with you. But also, long-term swim too. I understand. You know who I root for, and is that little guy right there. Okay? That's me, though. I'm always going to root for love. And because I still didn't get letters, and because I'm obstinate, just like you. I'm stubborn. One letter. No. 2 letters. G and I. Hi, we got there. All right. Medallion of Cancer as well, so the same applies about the Cancerian energy. And then they have the great owl. The eyes are wide open, observant, intelligent, thinking, so on and so forth. Okay, Saggy honey, I hope this helped you. I really, really do. We got to wrap it up. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aries, what's up? Show me Aries, please. What's going on for Aries? Show me Aries. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Yeah, okay. The Emperor, that's you. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. Oh my. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Honey, you look very on point. There's just a wave of masculine energy rolling off this one today. I'm not saying you have to be masculine, but that's what you're kind of showing me today. It's like, that's what's up. That's what I'm doing. I have confidence in what I'm doing. You're like, you know what? I've done a good job. And you have. Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands. Kind of, you know, a kind of sense of congratulations to the self is in order. You know, I'm on a particular path. I've done a good job. I feel good about myself. I like where I'm at. Confidence, good job, Aries, pat on the back. You know, it's kind of like that. You're like, I've made some good decisions. I like where I'm at. It's pretty comfortable. I like what I'm seeing here. We got results. And there is that sense of I got results here. Like, I took my time. I figured this out. I deserve to be here enjoying this moment. And it is kind of a simple sort of relish feeling of, yeah, I've done a pretty good job. I'm relaxed. I'm chill. I like the results of what I've been doing. Cool. The Emperor, there you are. King of Pentacles, King of Wands. Yeah, so like I said, I'm feeling pretty good about myself these days. I'm pretty ambitious. I got a lot going on for me. I'm kind of in charge of the whole thing. It's cool. It's cool. It's no big deal. You know, and I like where I'm at. So I'm not saying you're perfect, but you are showing me, you know, I'm pretty responsible. I'm pretty empowered. I'm pretty practical. I'm pretty reliable. I'm pretty resourceful. And you're showing me kind of high levels of ambition right now. You're like, I got stuff in order, man. I'm doing good. Now, don't get me wrong. I might be able to break this up into 2 energies. I need to look at it. But you look so super concentrated. I would even say saturated in your own kind of energies and what you got going on. So that could just be all you. But we'll have to break it down. Otherwise, you looking very, very comfortable and empowered, possibly with someone else. But right now I'm defaulting to that being all you, baby. It feels very Aries-centric. Like super concentrated Aries right here. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, Page of Wands. There someone is actually connecting to you. Overall, you seem to be enjoying who you're connecting with and when it just kind of started. So you took all this high rolling, high achieving sort of masculine energy and it got boop, Page of Wands. It's kind of cute actually because it's a little bit of nerve. So this is where a lot of people start in terms of that nerve, that passion, that ambition, and it develops ideally into time into something like this. So here it's like, I'm just excited to be here. 3 of Pentacles, 3 Cups. It's like, I'm excited. Yay. It's kind of like that. It's cute. So what's going on? Because you just have a little bit of open fire in something that you're connecting with. And you're like, I like this. This feels good. And it looks tentative. In that respect, it's just starting to build. It's just starting to connect. I don't know. Let's take a look and find out. Because I like how you just kind of stroll in on the scene. What's up? I'm Aries. Just want to let you know. I think I'm cool. I've done a pretty good job here. I think I have. Knight of Pentacles, 6 of Wands, 2 of Wands. I like it. It looks accomplished, but I like it. It's a smooth ride in that sense of, yeah. You know, I built into this. I took my time getting here. I wasn't in a rush or anything. That's cool. What's up? What you doing? Some of you might have had a very recent victory at work. You're happy with the results, in which case, congratulations. The Fool, the High Priestess, Page of Cups. Oh, I like how you're listening to yourself. You're showing me such a beautiful internal joy. You know? That's lovely. The Fool, the High Priestess, Page of Cups. You know, something's been talking to you intuitively on the inside about opening up, but, you know, just know and kind of reassure yourself that you earned that space. That keeps coming back as a point to, I earned this space. I took my time getting here. I built into it. And you're like, I want to enjoy the benefits of this time, of this experience. So if I'm feeling like it's correct for me to open up, I want to enjoy that too. I want to press into that because it feels good. So there's something here already intuitively talking to you to just open up. Be open to saying yes. Open up the heart space. Just get things started. And you're like, you know what? I deserve this space. I've earned it. Okay. All right. I want you to enjoy it. I do. I want you to enjoy the experience. I want you to enjoy the rollout. I'm not saying you're giving yourself the red carpet, but it feels like opportunity's kind of before you right now, and you've earned it. You've earned that space. You know, you've earned the congratulations. You've earned the job well done. But also, that sense of new beginning is fresh upon you. Yeah. Yeah. You worked your way towards that feeling. Enjoy it. I want you to enjoy it. The Emperor, King of Pentacles, King of Wands. You're kind of filled with possibility, and I love that. That's gorgeous. Temperance, Two of Cups. Oh, Ace of Cups. Oh, shut up. Oh, look at you. I say that in a sweet way. I want you to know that. Because your outside is just so... I want to keep going to that word masculine. And a sense of accomplishment, and this is what I've done. And I don't think it's over-the-top ego, no. I think you've absolutely earned the space that you're in. And you're connected to it. I love that you're connected to it. That means you're aware. It's not like you're hyper-aware. It's just a recognition on the inside of what you've done that's allowed you to be in the space that you're in now. And you wanting to maximize that and feeling good about it. That's why I'm happy for you. Because it's like ownership of self, ownership of self, ownership of self, ownership of self. I've earned this feeling, I've earned this right, etc. And it's no joke, but you've done some beautiful internal work, honey. Temperance, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups. Honey, I'm all but purring for you. I mean, you look so ready on the inside, not just on the outside, where we get to see the show. We get to see the face value. We get to see your resume. We get to see your kind of energetic output. That's the easy stuff. Super easy peasy. Your internal is where you're actually glowing. So if on the outside you are just getting a certain level of attention and people are taking a second look at you, that's due to the stuff you've done on the inside. Not how much flash on the outside, or your own sense of comfort, or how chill you are, or how focused you are, how empowered you are. That can always be externalized, even as a false concept. That's what we can show people, but for you, it's really real. So I want you to enjoy that space. Temperance, Two of Cups, Ace of Cups, you've been working on this beautiful feeling in you about the readiness of love and opening up to that. And you mean it. Temperance, you've done your work. Many of you, and that's an ongoing process, by the way. This is never really done. But you're showing me that you were active participant in healing up your heart space and getting it prepped, getting it ready. You've done a lot of work here, and it's good work. This is not a coincidence. You really have earned the space you're in, not just externally, where you're taking up 3D space, but internally, you've deserved this time too. So I really want you to just lean in. It's gorgeous, honey. It's bloody gorgeous. You are so ready for love, to be in love, honey. You're a catch. I'm just going to say it. You're a catch. You are 1,000% a catch. I want you, and honey, I'm looking at you. I want you to be caught. Look at that. Look at that. Temperance, 2 of Cups, Ace of Cups. You're gorgeous inside and out. I love this. You're not perfect, but this pretty damn close. No, whatever constitutes perfect, that's impossible category. There's no, and I wouldn't want to know you. Realistically, if you identified as being perfect, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to hang out with you. I mean, you got to be boring, right? Think about it. The closer you are to perfection, the closer you are to being just straight up boring. Having the personality of mayo. Mayo has its place, but, you know, it's not a spice either. Anyway, look at you. Go on then. You go. You go. You are so ready. Oh, you are so ready. Oh, you are prime. You are gorgeous. And then over here, I just see a sort of simple giddiness in you. It's like 3 of Pentacles, 3 of Cups. I'm connecting. Yay. All right, let's do this. Let's talk about it. Okay. All right. So if that's where you are, if that's the space you're in, once more, congratulations. You've done the work and it shows. When people do the work, it shows. Okay. That should be a bumper sticker. Very few people will get it, but that's fine. It's the point that counts. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, a page of 1. So no, I mean, just make sure, you know, I don't expect you to connect with perfection either. I don't want you to look for that. I want you to look for with literally what feels correct. You are equipped to understand that, very much so. I want you, if you're going to connect intimately in that way from the space of the heart, and that seems to be where you're at, just make sure it's returned to you, that it's equal, that it literally feels right. It's not just about chemistry. We know this. That sense of chemistry feeling. No, it's that sense of correctness. Not chemistry. We need to move away from that word chemistry and move into that feeling of correctness. Something about this just feels correct. Okay? And now the excitement, the giddiness, that's all normal stuff. But that's not the feature we should be focusing on, because that's easy. That little chemical cocktail reaction can be quite strong, but that's the easiest thing to identify. We don't want to get carried away with that. 3 of Cups, 3 of Pentacles, page 1s. So, whatever it is you connect to, whomever it is you connect to, may it feel correct. And if it doesn't, have the wisdom to know the difference and stop. Okay. Ace of Swords, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Oh, you got someone lined up already. I mean, it's someone lined up. That doesn't sound right. That sounds horrible. That doesn't sound right at all. It's not that you have someone lined up. It's like, I know who I'm going to talk to. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate your notes, Christina. But the fact of the matter is I already know who I'm going to talk to. Oh, do you? Yeah, actually, yes, you do. I can't say I'm surprised. You look so prepared. It's stupid. Ace of Swords, 8 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles. Oh, yeah, you know exactly who you're talking to. So who generates the conversation? You, sure, why not? You look very prepared, very well equipped to handle that conversation, to start it, to get it going. It actually seems to be on your mind, so I'm actually attributing that to you. But yes, it could be coming towards you, so I have no clue. But 9 of Pentacles. Oh, we know exactly who we're talking to. You have a very strong idea. And you excited as hell. But no, you have some literal pressing words on your mind. It's like, I got something to say. And I know exactly who it's going to. This is someone who is outside of you. You've already kind of given me your energetic ID stamp. So this 9 of Pentacles then is someone who is competent, can stand on their own 2 feet. They're very active. They're very productive. They're comfortable being on their own. They have no problem in developing their own sense of skill and how they navigate the world, this kind of thing. So if you don't know who they are yet, you will. And I see you kind of laying out the initial dialogue, you know. But then it actually connects to you in 3D, and it feels good. You're like, ha. It's funny because your mind is so crystal clear, your words, but when it comes time to actually connect to this, you're like, oh, here we go. Oh, I'm excited for you. This is so wonderful, Aries, honey. I love this one. Yay. This is great. I mean, tarot's not a competition. I wish they could all be like this, but they're not, you know. As I say, I'm here for those who need it. So it was nice to. What would this be considered? I suppose a luxury reading. You know, because it's not like you need me to confirm this. You really don't. This is, in fact, counts. Okay, that might explain why some of you are so prepped, because many of you have been receiving good counsel, if you want to say therapy, over the years. That's a good thing in my book. That would also explain perhaps why I see such a beautiful sense of self that you took the time to develop over the years. And even if it's not direct counsel / therapy, it's in that sense that you've been actively working on yourself, educating yourself, actively learning, being an active, that's the key word, participant in your healing structures. Okay. Yeah. About your limitations, fears, and beliefs, the Nine of Swords. Some of you had to understand where that was coming from, what it is that has been holding you back in terms of limiting beliefs. You had to go out of your way to, understand that a bit better. We have, new friendship. I would say so. We had a spiritual awakening around a friendship. Okay. Overall, spiritually waking up to the idea of forming new connections, a little bit more on the personal side. But for some of you, you're learning to see a connection differently. Okay. And perhaps it's more of a soulmate than a friendship. Possibly, sure. Okay. So people are like, yeah, but when? Oh, honey, if this is you, then you would know. You've already wandered into that space, so I feel pretty good. I like what I've done here. You know? Gathering. But again, it doesn't look too far out from where we are, where we actually physically connect, at least verbally. Reveal what needs to be seen. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Oh, reveal yourself. Ooh. Last quarter moon in Scorpio. Reveal what needs to be seen. Could have some really interesting Scorpio in your chart. Could be connecting to, etc. Q, I, T. And then we have the peacock. Yeah, a bit. Like I said, the external energy is easy to look at. That doesn't mean it's necessarily authentic. So you are showing me a little bit of outward flash there. I'm going to have to go back to it's earned. You've been taking care of yourself, you know? Some of you have been putting a lot of work into your physical forms as well. Perhaps exercise. That's also part of the peacock. A sense of physical display. Some of you have been working on your physical strength, or who knows? I don't know. But there's that sense of confidence too, and a job well done on the path you've taken. That's also external. Yeah, you got pride too, sure. You know? You hold yourself in a certain way. You want to be seen in a certain way, but also it's earned. Okay? All right. Aries, honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Aquarius, what's up? Show me Aquarius, please. What's going on? Show me Aquarius. Nine of Swords, the Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. Judgment. The Knights of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, okay. Ace of Pentacles, 'Justice, the World. The Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, okay. Ace of Pentacles, Justice, the World. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, okay. Ace of Pentacles, Justice, the World. Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, the World. Okay. This is where I like to point out to people, I know it looks very interesting. There's a lot going on here. That's all true. There's a lot of positive markers in here. But I have to say, the Aquarius I'm looking at, you're declining. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me, this particular Aquarius I'm looking at, what you're going to do. Okay? This is but one choice among many. So it either resonates or it doesn't. That's it. We'll see why. But you showed me you had doubts from the very beginning, but that you tried to listen. Remember that. Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, the Queen of Swords. There you are. You're like, I got fears. I got fears. I got worries. I have concerns. Straight away. You're like, I have concerns, Christina. And, you know, these are realistic fears of your mind. But you're trying to listen. You're putting your ears on. Your best listening ears are on. And Knight of Cups, with a certain sense of tenderness from the heart, you are trying to listen to someone. So, you put your thinking cap on, you got your best listening ears on, and you're like, okay, talk to me. But you have a background noise that says, I'm concerned. I'm concerned. But proceed. Okay? Judgment, Knight of Wands, Eight of Pentacles. Something's coming on through. And the judgment seems to be attached to whoever's energy this is. With some enthusiasm, it comes forward. I'll give it that with the Knight of Wands. It's almost kind of a relaxed energy. And with it comes a proposition for some sort of work. Now, either literal work, as an Ace of Pentacles, work, or it's the metaphor to work through something. But it's Eight of Pentacles, so it's pretty solid. It looks solid, right? But it seems you are facing someone else's decision. And it's their particular lesson that they're tuning into or trying to answer a particular call that they feel, and they're presenting it to you in a way that suggests, hey, Aquarius, do you want to team up, work on this thing? As in, once more, literal work, which could be, Ace of Pentacles is also here, or it's the metaphor to work through something and put time, energy, and effort into a situation. Cool? All right. Down here, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, the World. You're like, if I participate in that, it will be not fair. You're like, that looks shiny. That looks very, very shiny. But you're also kind of showing me not all that glitters is gold. I see you declining. Because if we had taken the world away, this might have been a very balanced opportunity in some way. But the world is there, and it's like, I don't perceive it as such. Let's talk about it. Now, you did, to be fair, you told me from the beginning you had concerns. Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups, Queen of Swords. So it seems to me you had very realistic concerns, because often fears of the mind are just like that. Fears of the mind, shadows. That doesn't mean they're true. But as we would often say about fiction, there's often fact. Oh. What's up? I don't know. In some way, you said no. And that's a choice, and it was a strong choice. Okay. There it is, partnership. Nine of Wands. Six of Pentacles. From the very moment go, you were chafing. Why are you coming to me with this? Why are you coming to me with this? So it's coming across as an opportunity for work, project, partnership, colleague. Hey, Aquarius, I got a crazy idea. Let's start a business, you and me. And you're trying to listen. You really are. It's like you're trying to show some softness towards this. I'm listening to you. I'm trying to appreciate the situation, but wait a minute, you want what from me now? Because it's like the Nine of Wands or the Three of Pentacles. It's like, hey, you and me, let's team up, let's collab. We'll make the perfect partnership. And it seems to be 3D work now. Where bare minimum, If not your literal coin is involved, your time, energy, and effort is. Once more, those are spendable concepts. Okay? And if you ask me, time, energy, and effort is more important than gold. Because without time, energy, effort, you can't make the gold. You understand me? So in some way, they're asking you to contribute. They either want you to front the bill or they want your direct effort to help, to participate. And you just went, I don't like this. You said, I don't like this not once but twice. 9 of Swords, 9 of Wands. Those are the worst nines. And that's individual. That's an individual experience. Okay? And 6 of Pentacles, I don't like the way this sounds. It doesn't sound balanced to you. And that's one of the things that irks you straight away, is that there's already from the very beginning concerns about balance issues. Like, who is this benefiting exactly? Or is this going to be one of those scenarios where I do all the work and you get the bottom line? Like, I don't know. But you see what I'm saying? Do you see your train of thought here? All right. Judgment, Knight of Wands, 8 of Pentacles. Now, I grant you, it comes in as a kind of a gust of wind. It's like, oh, look at that energy, right? Whew. Queen of Wands, they're so excited. Temperance. 2 of Swords. They're like, I got it. I thought a lot about this. It took me time. So they have some indecision attached to them. That's true. But they're saying they worked through that indecision, that they know what's up, they know what's going on. Okay. They're showing me confidence here between the Queen of Wands and the Knight of Wands, which often actually makes me happy to see that in business. But you're still not buying it. You might be interpreting their energy as a false confidence, or no, you don't know everything. I know you think you do, but you do, because there's something here about lapsing in judgment. So while they are enthusiastic, this is important to them, they're showing me ambition, but it seems to be their ambition, not yours. It's like they want you to tag team, tag you in, you want in on this, be my partner, and realistically you have concern. Particularly where the balance is concerned. Is this going to give back to me an equal, or am I always going to be shortchanged on this project or whatever it is? And they're like, I got it all worked out. So while they are showing judgment for their cause appropriately, you're seeing it as a kind of like a bad call, or you're interpreting it as a bad call. So that kind of tells me that they're not necessarily wrong. It's just, it's not right for you. Whatever this project is, isn't right for you from your point of view. And technically you're right as well. Because this is spiritually their calling, not yours. But they want your cooperation in some way. Okay. So I don't think their calling is wrong. It doesn't need to involve you. I know they think it does. But that kind of partnership they're looking for, they really need to attach themselves to someone who will believe it and wants to be part of it, is as excited as they are. Because you're not. The energy doesn't match. So I don't even know that it would fail necessarily, but you see it as being not equal to you or your effort, which again, you're not wrong. It's not your ambition. When we have partnerships like that, alliances, colleagues, we want someone who shares the vision and the energy, not just our time, energy, and effort. Because they're looking at you like you got time to spare, which I think is interesting. Because it's actually full-on equal partnership from their point of view. It would not be like a page or two from your contribution level. So this would actually be quite time-consuming, so I could definitely see where you'd be concerned about. And what am I getting? Alrighty, Rue. Ace of Pentacles, Justice, the World. I love career readings. I really do. Because you can get so much detail. Because it has a much stronger imprint in 3D. Anyway, Ace of Pentacles, Justice, the World. Yeah, Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, I got you. Yeah, that's where we were headed. Seven of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, page 1. Simply this is what you are showing me privately. I don't think you're saying this. Although if you do, that's your prerogative. I'm not here to tell you what not to do. Just advice about maybe whether or not this is a good or bad idea. But privately, you know, you're kind of like, this shit ain't going nowhere. You know, that Aquarian, look, here's the truth of it. It's always interesting sometimes. Just to see it put out so plainly like that. Thank you, though, by the way. I appreciate you for that. But yeah, if I could kind of capture the end result here, it's like, that shit ain't going nowhere. And I know it. From your point of view, that's the truth. From theirs, they're super excited, which is why they need to take that energy and try to match it to someone who's more where they are. They see you as being available and a high contributor in time, energy, and effort. You're like, nope. No, I'm not. Once more, you don't see it as balanced. Internally, privately, you think that thing is never going to get on its feet. It has nowhere to go. Okay, I think you got it. You kind of, thank you, by the way. That was really straightforward. But here's the thing. I don't know that it's a failure. You kind of privately think it will. I understand. I don't know that it's a failure. I just know that it doesn't match well to you. That's all. Okay, for the reasons as discussed. This is, once more, their calling. And when we talk about matters of business and we want partnership, we want someone to be on board with this because in some way they believe in it, not as an absolute truth, like the origin or the source, but close enough. And you're like, I'm nowhere near that. Mm-mm. You don't believe in it. Therefore, why would you step into it? I get it. Okay. All right. Family concerns. Is this a family member? Is that why you stopped to listen to them? And I would even say humor them at this point. Okay, Timmy, cousin Timmy, because that kind. I don't know. It just feels like a Timmy. Okay, cousin Timmy. You know, that is so interesting. I think that what you think you're doing is just it's so good for you, and you're excited by it. Okay. For me personally, I don't know. I just got a lot going on myself or something like that. It's family. And there might be some current concern if you turn this down. But again, it is what it is. No one can force you to participate in something that you don't want to participate in. And, you know, I wouldn't want you to. Dark night of the soul, counsel, and therapy. Okay. It's kind of like saying I don't want to have unnecessary nights about this, unnecessary night sweats. I've had my own particular counsel on this subject. I know I'm not supposed to get involved in every single thing that somebody puts towards me. It's like based on lessons learned. There's kind of a scope in there, but you also want to prevent, I must say, future night sweats, future dark nights, where it's like, why did I do this? I know I shouldn't have. I knew I shouldn't have stepped into it. It's not something that you want to second guess or double check yourself on later. You know, kind of things like that. It's also based on previous experience and just knowing better, right? Especially when it's family, it's harder to push back. Even if this person has a history, especially of starting things and not finishing them, you might already have previous regrets attached to them. As like, I remember the last time you got super excited about something. Good luck. You know, I gave you a $5,000 starter seed, something like that, and you've been regretting it since. Who knows? But I'm glad that they're answering their calling, but it's not yours. Okay? Focus on the positive. New moon in Sag. First quarter moon in Sag. Believe in your good luck. Some of you might, FYI, have some very strong Sag in your chart. However, I have to be honest with you, from what I've seen over here, not just the Temperance card, the Queen of Wands, and the Knight of Wands, I can see that this person kind of has that fiery energy attached to them. This is their moment. So if you give this person any sort of positive feedback, I can see that you're excited. I can see that this is your calling. I can see that this is your moment. I can see that you even have some luck on this one. You know, it's not where I'm at, but I want you to know I support you. Okay, I'm not able to directly contribute or be part of this project. Thank you for asking. I'm so flattered that you came to me. But I want you to believe in yourself. And I think, if anything, that might be as good as anything else you could contribute. Because I do see this very much as their calling, just not yours. It's not that it's wrong. It's just wrong for you. Yeah, but there's a lot of emphasis on that Sagittarian energy. So anyway, going back to the point, you might have some strong Sag in your chart. Yes, it could be connecting to. Yes, and then, of course, the season might be important to you. But yeah, no, if you were to give positive feedback, I can kind of see how you privately kept the end result to yourself. That shit ain't going nowhere. You know, it just kind of tells me that once more, you don't believe in it, and that's okay. You don't have to. All right? Let that person have their moment. Let them discover it for themselves. Let them get their legs under this thing themselves. We have the letters K, J, Y, X, O. We have dove, sign of peace. It all will be well. Peace, serenity. Okay? And then we have the tiger in reverse and upside down. We don't want to pursue this. You have the strength to, you have the energy to, but you don't want to personally pursue it. No. Okay? Aquarius, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Gemini, what's up? And of course, happy birthday. What's up? Show me, Gemini. Show me, Gemini, please. Six of Swords. I'm out of here. Page of Swords. The Hermit. Okay, you're on your way to healing, my friend. Strength. Justice. Oh, look at you. Whoa. You see that? Well, I'm just being super cash, Christina. No, you're not. Three of Wands. The King of Cups and the Ace of Cups. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got some healing to do. You're still exiting something, so please don't rush this. It's as good a place as any to be. In fact, better than a lot of folks, I'm going to say. Okay, but yeah, you're still in the process of leaving something behind, and even you acknowledge healing is a path. You're right. It has to be chosen, and therefore you can reflect appropriately on wherever it is you're coming from. So I don't know where you're coming from. Perhaps you will show me. But Six of Swords, first card down, it's not just about where you've come from, what you've left behind. It's also where you're going, what you look forward to. And you're saying you're looking forward to a nice, long stroll down Healing Avenue. So the Hermit is actually one of my favorite cards for healing in tarot because it suggests wisdom. I seek counsel. I want to learn more. I want to understand in the greater scheme of things about my path. Okay. That way I have an idea of what my future will look like. That means I have to be willing to look backwards and look at difficult things and learn from them. Why is my favorite? Much more of an experience. Okay. Strength, justice, the High Priestess. Well, that's all spiritual, and that's all very internal, but it's a beautiful internal strength, though. Strength of will, strength of spirit, strength of intuition. Or like, I'm going to do a better job of listening to myself from this day forward. Okay? I will be strong, and I will listen to myself, and I will make things correct for me as I go forward. That's it. But it's a lot. A very strong rededication to listen to yourself and to make things right for you as you understand them. Okay? Three of Wands, King of Cups, Ace of Cups. Further out, I see you looking at your heart, and reasonably you conclude you're not open to love. It's not going to be an immediate turnaround thing for you, nor should it be. Now, the fact that you're showing me this suggests this is what you are used to being, the fullness of heart, and in possession of those feelings. The King, Queen of Cups, they don't deny their feelings. They're very embracing of them, which is one of their superpowers. Weakness, con, sensitive. Feel things deeply. all the positives and all the negatives too. That also means, therefore, if that's a strength for you, is understanding you're not ready. You're not ready. That is a strength, recognizing it. It's not a challenge. It's not an accusation. You're not ready. I see you looking at yourself. And you know it. You feel it. Okay? Would you like to be? Absolutely. King, Queen of Cups, and either one in that position told me you look forward to the day when you're emotionally available again. But today's not that day. Today's not that day, and tomorrow probably isn't either. But one day, it will be. Okay? You keep listening to yourself. You keep walking that path of enlightenment. Beautiful healing. Don't rush the process, right? See that Hermit on top of that Six of Swords as a triumph, not a challenge. I see people leave shit behind all the time, and then they regret it because they weren't prepared, or they won't allow themselves to fully accept what they've done. And so they go scuttling back to wherever it is they left behind. You're like, no, I know better. This happened for a reason, and I'm going to figure it out. There you go. All right. Six of Swords, Page of Swords, the Hermit. Oh. For those of you who want to know, this is the gold foil. I've had many variations of this deck over the years. I love it. I really do. But whenever you replace it, just know that it's extra slippy. But it lasts a long time. Judgment. King of Wands. Three of Pentacles. You're showing me a kind of decided spirit here. That you're not going to actually be a hermit. You're saying you're going to use better judgment about whoever you form connections or alliances or friendships with in future. You feel very strongly about that. That's a very interesting feature you're showing me. It's there for a reason. You're saying, in future, whatever it is you connect to, it will be connections that you feel good about. That includes work, practical endeavors that you take on, as well as your kind of any sort of connections you might have, personal or otherwise, friendships or otherwise. But you're saying next time you will exercise better judgment about all future connections, and you feel good about this. It's like, I will choose my friends wisely. I will choose my alliances wisely. Why are you showing me that? Because that's so very distinct. What are you leaving behind? So you have a lot of lessons about your connections and who you call friend, who you take contracts with, who you work with. Any of that. Three of Pentacles is so open-ended in this context. Anything you build into. I said, next time, you will make better decisions. If you don't feel good about it, then it's not correct. Something like that. If it doesn't feel positive, then it probably isn't. If it doesn't feel productive, then it probably isn't. If it's a sort of useless connection or project or work or whatever, I won't entertain it. I won't. I will not put myself into it. I will only put myself into that which works. That's a very specific feature, Gemini. Very specific. As you continue to move forward and heal and learn. But you won't be an island. You won't be a hermit in the literal sense either. You know. And Gemini tends to be more naturally social. You're naturally communicative. The Star, the Five of Pentacles, the Emperor. You're saying you will get your sense of hopes and dreams in order. You kind of command it. Again, very open-ended. Mind you, I just clarified 3 majors with 2 more majors. Broad spectrum here. Okay. Nothing about what you showed me is casual. You promised yourself you would do a better job of listening to yourself. You promised yourself you would do a better job of balancing things for yourself, particularly in what you connect to and why sign up for and why contract yourself to and why, what you build upon and why. You're saying you will work through old or broken, discarded dreams that are still important to you. And whatever that is to you, that is your own particular selection process based on this criteria that you showed me distinctly over here. So any sort of dreams that you've ever had to abandon, or they became fragmented or lost or fizzled out, you said you will readdress those. They may not all work out, but the point is that you will readdress the ones that are important. And you will listen to yourself. And you will not give up. It's like, I'm pulling rank here. I'm getting back to what's important. And I'm really going to focus my energy internally and show strength of will in anything I choose to take on if it's important to me, including the old stuff. If I want to make it work, I will. And now I have the space to do it. Now I have the space to concentrate. Now I have the space to listen to myself above all and figure out what the hell is right for me with justice there. So again, overarching. Honey, I'm just trying to do a bi-weekly check-in. And you're giving me an anthem for a lifetime. I love it. I would also love to do this on an in-depth, though. Yeah, people ask me, what, 3 months? It's coming. Seriously. You give an inch, people take a mile. It's like, I just did a round of in-depth. I know, but the 3 month, okay. But anyway, whatever, honey. I say, save that for an in-depth, Gemini. I'd be like, I can't. That's where I'm at, babe. That's where I'm at. I love it. Oh, it's beautiful. It's so self-claiming. I like it. I do. I'm sorry wherever it is you came from let you down. Or you had to stop working on your dreams. No wonder you said you will carefully forge your connections, your contracts, your whatever from this point forward. I'm glad you're getting back on your path. 3 of Wands, King of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords. I don't know where you came from, honey. I'm so sorry. But also, no, I'm not. You're kind of showing me I want to leave that behind. And I know what I'm supposed to do. And I will do it. It's important to me. I've made that clear. But you showed me I really want to leave that behind. I don't want to focus on it. I want to concentrate on what I can control. And that would be me. And how I perceive myself, my life, where it's going, etc., as discussed. But I see one side of you, one part of you, a little bit softer, a little quieter, a little bit more private, reflect a deep wound. But of course, of your own admission, you showed me you're a big feeler, whether you like it or not. But something here deeply affected you in terms of loss and having to move away from it. And now you have all this space to go back to old dreams, circle back to it, listen to yourself like never before, balance things like never before under your will, which is quite admirable, actually, with strength and the Emperor there. Whatever it is you do, you will succeed. Okay. So I know you don't want to dip back into the past, but there's a reason why your heart's not ready. You're still hurting from that which ails you and fails you. Wherever it is you came from took away from your dreams. That's all I know. It hurt. A lot. Queen of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles. You're having to reestablish not just your comfort zone, which is there, but also get reacquainted with, refamiliar with your own sense of self-worth. You need to take care of yourself now. Okay? It's a priority. So you're right, though. You're right. In time, you look forward to having an open heart again, just not right now. And you're exactly right. You need to focus on self-worth and your own dreams and goals and visions for yourself. Listen to that intuition. Listen to that strength of will. Listen to that sense of balance. Listen to those dreams that got neglected or you got distracted from because you were given to something else, somewhere else, somebody else. I don't know. But you're absolutely right. Don't be an island. I'm glad you still believe in connections at their core, at their base. But you will have a much more careful selection process from this point forward. Okay? You say yes to that which says yes to you, but in a way that's healthy and productive. Something either lends to your dream or takes away from it. You either have someone in your corner or you don't. Or they're a backseat driver. Critiquing so much, you lose sense of direction. You thought you were headed in a particular direction and you go somewhere else altogether because someone was just back there taking all that energy, distracting you. I don't know, honey. You're not there anymore and you don't need to be. What? Facade beliefs, false beliefs. No more false beliefs. No more being dishonest with ourselves, getting confrontational about who we really are, what happened, etc. Some of you feel like you might have been coming from a space of living a lie. And by that I mean you adopted someone else's beliefs in order to kind of, I don't know, to be where they are, to exist where they are, to achieve their goals, forsaking your own. It's just like, I adopted false beliefs, and that's not me. They weren't me, or whatever. Mirroring, open up. There's someone here who you can open up to. They're more like you than they are different. You did show me the selective process of choosing carefully. There's one person you can recognize as opening up to, because, they're, like I said, they're more like you than different. So be aware of that. You told me you wouldn't be an island. Okay? And like I said, Gemini naturally isn't. You tend to be very social by your own nature. But we want that one person who is more like this with us. Not someone who would have us wear a mask. Or make us feel the pressure of feeling fake in order to make the other person feel good. Do you see what I'm saying? We have one letter literally jumped out the bowl. That would be C. M, N, F, Q. We have the medallion of Pisces and Cancer. You might have some, yeah, that would explain it. You might have some very strong water in your chart, particularly Pisces, Cancer. Could have been connecting to, could be connecting to, and then their seasons might be important too. And then we have the key here. You have the key. Yes, you do. All right, Gemini, honey. I hope this helps you. And once more, happy birthday. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Libra, what's up? Show me Libra, please. What's going on for Libra? Nine of Cups, the Hermit. Ten of Cups, beautiful. Three of Pentacles, Judgment. Ace of Cups. Okay. Two of Wands, Five of Cups, the Four of Cups. Okay. Straight away you showed me I'm going to focus on what matters, and this is all that matters to me. Nine of Cups, the Hermit, Ten of Cups, not shy at all. Very strong declarative there. It makes me personally happy to focus on my inner circle, the Ten of Cups. So this is family, this is friends, could be spouses, could be kids. Everybody's inner circle is different. Could be 5 folks, it could be 50. I never know. The point is that when you look out upon the world, you're glad that those people are there. Support, love, give, take, both. emotional harmony, equilibrium. And it's like nothing pleases me more than to be right here. Being on the path with the people who matter the most in my life. Okay. You're saying it's good quality time spent and it helps you heal. Beautiful. 3 of Pentacles, Judgment, 8 of Cups, heads up. You got a decision to make, Chief. Something here in some way is going to offer a connection to you. Partnership, friendship, some sort of ship with the 3 of Pentacles. It's usually a starting point or origin for people to figure out if they want to continue to build upon it. So it could be something to do personal. It could be professional. You'd have to interact with it in order to find out, but it might immediately present itself as an opportunity that's workable. An idea, time, energy, and effort spent collabing with somebody to put something together, or it could be something on the more personal side. But we'll just call it friendship for now. And with Judgment, we have a lesson on this one. Make a call. I'm not telling you what to do. Let's make that clear. You're showing me what you would do. 8 of Cups. I'm not going to get involved. I'm going to walk away. And that's a decision. Okay? But it does seem to be call time. So whatever this is coming through at the right time. In the right way. All right. 8 of Cups. You said you're going to walk. All right. 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups. In reflection, in future, 2 of Wands, there's a strong understanding here. Of a very deep unhappiness. Very outstanding disappointment. And hurt. I mean, it's outstanding. The 4 and 5 of Cups is outstanding pain, hurt, disappointment. So not only is it fresh, it's also old too. Okay. All right. What's up? 9 of Cups, the Hermit, 10 of Cups. Well, there's a reason why you've decided, in good wisdom too, to surround yourself with the people who matter the most in your life in terms of love and support and care. Okay? You learn a lot from them. They teach you a lot. They help you reflect on yourself and who you are and what you're about, which is lovely. And yeah, whatever this is a no-go. No. Saying this is where you feel good, this is where you feel safe, this is where you feel emotionally secure and anchored. Okay. The opposite of that. Ten of Pentacles, the Moon, okay, and the Tower. Okay, I got you. You're showing me massive efforts in recovery. This is what matters. This is all that matters. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. It's like that's my whole life. That's my whole way of life. And you yourself personally underwent something that was quite shocking, disturbing, upsetting, and it's running around in your background noise. And you're like, I just want to stabilize. Thank you. I just want to stabilize. This is it. That's all I want to do. I just want to stabilize. I just want to stabilize and heal. I just want to stabilize and heal. So there's something here about something that was in the category of the deep unknown for a long time, and the Tower turned around and shocked you with it. This was deeply unknown, deeply unexpected. Here it is now. The Tower, boom. It was unsettling. It must have been. That's a hell of a combination. I don't know if that was an internal moment or an external moment of revelation. I just know that when it hit hard, it hit fast, and it was something we couldn't ignore. And many of you are taking that in response to a private place. Like, yeah, that situation was unfortunate, and it deeply unsettled me. It was very upsetting. I'm working on it. You take it to a private place. I don't know what it was, but your solo response has been to stabilize ever since. But in ways that are good and healthy. 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles. This is what matters. 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 And you're right. I'm glad you are focusing indeed on what matters. And it's helping you recover. It's keeping you in touch literally with what matters. So I am sorry. If you've ever been through that, you know what it feels like. You don't really need the tarot lady to explain it to you. You've either had your world turn upside down and you're just kind of forced to deal with the remnants of that, or you haven't. I mean, you know? Yeah, there's a reason why you're sticking to what matters. I'm holding that against you. Not at all. Nor should you hold it against yourself. This is about a matter of priority and stability at this point, and healing. So, yeah. You're reacting well to that formula. Stick to that formula. Okay? 3 of Pentacles. Judgment. Ace of Cups. All right. Let's do it. Let's talk about it. All right. Knights of Wands, 4 of Pentacles, Justice, you. Something comes forward. It's very light compared to the gravity of what you've been experiencing. And that's not a crime. It's not a crime to be light and to be presented something lightly. It's just... you have no reason to attach yourself to it. Could you? It would be literally your choice. Judgment's here. Your power card is here with Justice. But somewhere, some way, somebody wants to involve you in something. Put down the groundwork now. Put a little something into this. And like I said, it's very light. It's almost kind of detached. Comparatively, you're coming from such a heavy gravity. And your simple response is no. No. I don't have the energy for this. I don't have the energy for this friendship. I don't have energy for this partnership. I don't have the energy for this collaborative effort. I really don't. You're like, I could, but I choose not to. Sorry. I don't know if you say sorry or not, but it's just, that's kind of the attitude. I really don't have the energy for this. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it relates back to your tower. I don't know if this is a completely separate incident. I have no idea. But it is your choice. And if you literally do not have the energy for this, then you're probably correct. Just because someone's asking for your help or your involvement or your friendship or your romantic interest does not mean you have to comply. I really wish people would understand that. But you know, it's people so focused on self-want and self-interest, and tarot absolutely feeds into that. You better believe it. People often walk around with that conviction of I'm right. Why won't you just acquiesce? Oh, because I have my own sense of choice here. That's why I have my own sense of energetic levels that don't involve you. That's why. So your free will, my free will too. You don't have to. It's like I say all the time, you get to choose your level of participation. You don't want to participate. Moving on. So I really don't know, but you will soon enough. 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups. I mean, it's just a wealth of sadness in you and pain and hurt, and you're not stupid. You're looking at it. 2 of Wands. It's pretty simple to spot, you know. You're looking at it, but please tell me you're continuing to work through it, okay? As your opening suggests. 2 of Wands, 5 of Cups, 4 of Cups. Two of Cups, the Hierophant. I'm sorry, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so that's who it is. They come back around. They want to reconnect the emotional value to you. And it could have been a former commitment. The answer is no. It started out perhaps as get along with me, partnership, friendship. Huh? What do you say? Huh? They're trying to connect it or reconnect it in another way beyond friendship, and you don't want it. Okay. And that it's coming back through as a former emotional commitment, spiritual commitment. I don't know if it was actual earthbound, as in, that kind of commitment, but it was bare minimum an emotional one, and one that you are still in the process of recovering from. Did I get it? Well, I suppose you'll know. Comes back through as perfectly manageable. But like I said, and I can't dictate anything, guys. I am seeing but one choice for this particular Libra. Some of you will choose other things. I cannot guarantee this person's level of sincerity. If something came bursting through the tower of the moon that was that shocking and that much of a revelation, and it caused your life a complete upside down, yeah, excuse me, this kind of super casual, keep it neutral, keep it friendly, Three of Pentacles, when there's a background goal running behind all that to get back on the same emotional page. No, I don't think so. No, I mean, but again, you get to choose for yourself. But no, that's definitely a no dice, because this is clearly the situation or person you're still recovering from, homie. There's so much pain and disappointment attached to this union. I'm not saying they're crawling back, but they definitely want to know if you two can get along. Start over. I'm exhausted looking at it. Freedom, leap of faith, Uranus. For some of you, FYI, Libra might be your Uranus placement. Might. But freedom, leap of faith, it's going to be okay. Whatever this is, you don't know it yet. You're not going to perceive it this way yet. Your hermit's still warming up. It's still acclimating to the situation, you understand? But whatever this is has given you a newfound sense of freedom, but that hasn't caught up to you. You also have the freedom to choose here. You also you have the freedom to choose what constitutes a new opportunity. If you want new opportunities at all in any capacity, love or otherwise, you get to choose. So you have a newfound sense of freedom, but you're not in tune with it yet. Listen to your intuition. Yes, please do. Absolutely, always. A financial loss attached to this, some sort of loss. If not money loss, we're talking time, energy, and effort, which is the same as money in my opinion. It's still accountable in terms of loss. If you don't have time, energy, and effort attached to you, you can't make money anyway. So there's a sense of financial loss there. Just lost, Five of Pentacles loss. I understand. Okay? So listen to your intuition. If this was a loss this dramatically the first time around, you can pretty much more or less expect the same if there's a second chance or a third chance. Okay. Yeah, but there's freedom in you, but you don't see it that way yet. Why would you? You're still in the process of recovery. First quarter moon in Aquarius, trust the universe. Shit went down during Aquarius season for some of you, didn't it? We're talking Aquarius, Pisces, around that area. For some of you, it might feel like it happened just yesterday, and perhaps it did. But anyway, I'm sorry. Trust the universe. Trust that it was a blessing in disguise. It was a blessing in disguise. I'd rather you know the truth and then continue on like all is well. We have A and two X's. A, X. But yeah, for some of you it's definitely an X for sure. But they got the axe on this one as well. Masks off. Yeah, masks off. No more hiding. No more inauthentic self. Stuff like that. Truth is out. Libra, honey, I hope this helped you. Continue on. You will be okay. More than. I think you're making the right choice. I do. But first, you're going to resent having that choice. You're going to hate it. Okay. Anyway, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Taurus, what's up? What's going on for Taurus? Cinnamon's got the sneezies. Yes, Pumpkin, I'm talking about. She's got the sneezies. Of course, I would get a dog that has allergies. How appropriate. What's going on? Ace of Swords. Ace of Wands, excuse the voice. King of Cups. The Empress. Oh, the Queen of Cups. Oh, Queen. Oh. Very feminine. Who had super masculine energies today? Aries. And now I'm seeing super femme energy. Wow. Okay. The Fool. 5 of Pentacles. Page of Swords. I don't know. I'm like you, and with the Eight of Swords, I don't know. Oh, that's the mind, though, saying I don't know. Your feeling is quite decided. It's your mind that's kind of like gumming up the works there. You feel what you feel, which is quite remarkable. It's quite strong. I would say potent. Your mind's like, I don't know about that, though. I'm probably wrong. Let's shut that shit down. So, Eight of Swords. And Eight of Swords can be quite powerful. And depending on how much we continue to feed the confusion and the blindness, the more we won't have a result, okay, in the outer world. That does not, however, negate the feeling. So, I'm actually looking at your feeling, your strength of your heart, and I'm trusting it more than I'm seeing the mechanics of your mind, which are playing out the way that they're playing out. But yeah, let's be clear. Your heart is open towards... In fact, you share a frequency with someone. You're like, that's not all, huh? It's kind of an Ace of Wands type situation. I feel very powerfully on this subject. I see that. So you have a gorgeous full heart, and the whole gig about what they do, okay, is the ownership of one's feelings. Okay? No takesy backsies. I feel what I feel. So... that's a pro, but it can also be a con, like all elements. And the con would simply be here, the sensitivity feeling. I feel a lot, or perhaps too much on this subject. It makes me feel weird. It makes me feel vulnerable. Can I talk myself out of it? If your mind is bent on that, then it will. That's how that works. So anyway, going back to finishing that particular point with the Eight of Swords, sometimes I see people overcome it. Sometimes I see people give into it. I don't know what you will do because you're kind of showing me mixed results. But yeah, you feel what you feel towards somebody. It's super femme. Super femme. Just FYI, does not have to be an absolutely feminine energy, but it's coming across as very femme. Very maternal. Very loving, very generous of the heart, very passionate, very driven, very productive. So it's all the female qualities kind of snowballed into one energy here. Again, if you have Aries in your chart, perhaps check theirs out. It was a different point of view, but it is in the same segment too. It was the Emperor and a King of something and a King of something. So just FYI, it's interesting, but very feminine. Oh my, very loving. Very empowered, very passionate. Now, I can see why you're attracted. Naturally, you share a frequency with this person. I see that. The Fool, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Here we go again. I want to open up, make a gesture. Notice me. I want to take a risk on this. 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Fuck. Maybe not. Okay. Let's talk about it. I mean, you're afraid. You're afraid to open up to it. It's a very small insight. That's what's triggering this whole thing, is that little fucking guy. I swear to God, he has so little power, the absence of power, until he starts doubting something. Otherwise he can be overlooked, Page of Swords. But there it is, that little creep of doubt right there. And it's triggering that sense of abandonment, and what if it doesn't work? And then I'm a fool for nothing. Oh, there you are right there on the split. Okay. Yeah. Well, I will tell you, being the fool can be a very humbling experience. That's true. So you got to understand if it's worth it to you, honey. Is it worth being the fool? And what kind of fool are you going to be? What kind of fool can you stand up for? Yeah. Wise men say only fool. Oh God, yeah. Only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love. Well, maybe for some of you that song's kind of like a cautionary tale. You have to excuse me, forgive me, honey, but I don't see anything rushing about this. There is no rush, but okay, I understand. It's the intensity of the feeling, Christina. It's the principle of the thing. And okay. Eight of Swords, Ace of Wands, King of Cups. Yeah. Three of Cups, Six of Pentacles. I just want to bounce. I just want to bounce. I just want to bounce. I just read my lips. Okay? I just want to bounce. They're a special person to me. And they are. It's actually a special connection for you both. You both share it. Like, Taurus, like, what? Yeah, you heard me. So this is either yours or it's not yours. Six of Pentacles and Six of Cups. That's an equal division of energies and labors. Okay? How you feel it, they kind of feel it too. How you're connected to it, they kind of are too. Three of Cups. Should I? Eight of Swords. I don't... Honey, you tell me. What kind of fool do you want to be? It seems to me you would have an outstanding fool in listening to yourself, particularly your feeling, not your mind. Your mind's already picked up the dialogue. Okay, so let's make that... I'm not trying to insult you. I want you to see how the fluidity of what you feel is exactly that. It allows you to navigate. It's going to allow you to swim. This is your authentic self. And here's your mind being like, no, 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 that is not my authentic self. I sincerely doubt that. I don't think there's enough evidence to support that claim. Oh, but there is, darling. There is. It's beautiful. It is, yes, of the past. We want to reconnect to it. Okay, so this is where Taurus is like, la-da-da-da-da-da. You, I'm out of here. Or you're like, tell me more. Which one are you? It would seem to me you would know by now. That looks so beautiful. It does. Okay. All right. The Empress, Queen of Cups, the Queen of Wands. I know you share a history. And once upon a time, it was very balanced, you know. It felt correct on both sides. We want to connect to that. Reconnect to it. You're feeling it, though, very acutely now. It's so sharp in your heart and, well, in your passions at this time, you know. The Empress, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. Yeah, I see they cooking. All right, what's going on? I mean, they're doing something right, honey. Right? They got your attention. And in the right ways. Ah, Nine of Swords, Page of Swords. Three of Swords. Wow. They reflect on you quite a bit. I wouldn't know it to look at them on the surface. On the surface, they're like, check me out. Yeah, I guess you could say I got my shit together, you know? It's very cool, very feminine, very collected, right? It's very soft on the outside and passionate, driven, productive, etc., etc. On the inside, yeah, I know who they are. I think about them a lot. And they do. I feel like I'm tattletaling on that person, but it is what it is. You know, and a Page of Swords, so they are aware of you, of course. They think about you a great deal, a lot. And it hurts. It hurts to think about you. That's literally the translation. It's like it hurts to think about that, Taurus. That's it. It hurts to think about you. When it comes to you, they have a lot of fear of the minds, and yes, they're aware of you. Page of Swords. So you both kind of keep a loose eye on each other. Loose eye. Little eyes, the both of you. You both still have a little eye for each other. I think that's a song too, probably. Not a loose eye, but I've always kept an eye on you or something. I'm sure it's a song somewhere. 9 of Swords, Page of Swords, 3 of Swords. But yeah, they think about you a great deal. A lot. And it hurts. When they reflect on you, they associate it with heartbreak. Despite that, look at that. Look at that composure. Look at that feminine grace. It just keeps coming. I'm sorry. There's a good chance. I have to point it out as a technicality. There's a good chance that this is someone who identifies with the maternal self, the emotional self, and the passionate self. But inside, look at that hive mind of activity. Okay. So, realistically, yeah, they think about you. Realistically, you kind of still feel your way towards this person. And you like to balance in a way that's positive and bright. And how you associate it with the past. Of being that way in some way. They were part of that too. Okay. So, do you see now why? Excuse me, why I have the 8 of Swords? I do. Yeah. I do. And yet you feel what you feel. Which is, I must say, very honest. The Fool, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. So what we're going to do? If you want guarantees that they still love you, or that they still feel a certain way towards you, someone who can't get you off of their mind. What do you fucking think? The Fool, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Now that's a Lenny Kravitz song. Can't get you off my mind. Ooh, they're rolling in today. King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Hermit. Well, there's that King of Cups again. For you. Some very interesting Scorpio in your chart. We also have the Hermit here, Page of Pentacles. You want to make an investment that you will find that soothes your heart in some way, that makes you feel correct. You want to put something of yourself towards this. I'm not telling you what to do. I wouldn't dare. I might give you advice or opinion, okay? But I'm not telling you what to do. You're telling me what you're going to do. And that's what matters, okay? King of Cups, Page of Pentacles, the Hermit. Even in the smallest ways, you want to do something to kind of like appease your heart, rather feed it in the way that you so strongly feel towards this. But realistically, yes, do you two have some sort of history? Absolutely. Are they still connected to you from the heart and from the passion and from the spirit? Yes, you both are. You both share that frequency. In case I didn't point that out, there it is. Yes. I cannot give you any guarantees, just like you can't give yourself any more reassurances. I mean, you can, but you can also dismiss them all and talk them all down if you want to. And you can, if you want to. I can see where you've given into that many times, the Fool, 5 of Pentacles, Page of Swords. Nonetheless, I must maintain that you keep an eye on this and you want more. You want to do something. Take a risk. And I see you consolidating yourself towards whatever that looks like with your particular page of pentacles. That could be anything. I don't know. But I do know, and I trust its origin. Okay? More than I trust the hyper tense activity that is your mind. This is what I trust. Okay? Right there. The good space in you. A phenomenal space in you. So whatever that page of pentacles is to you, it in some way reflects this desire of what it is you would like to do, which is good, and it's honest, it's strong, it's pure. That's what I trust. So I don't know what their response will be. That's part of being the Fool. You have to be willing to find out. And you're like, fuck, I knew it. Yeah, you did know. What do you think all that was about? Zzz, with the mind, okay? What do you think all that was about? Was it because doing nothing still felt good to you? No. It's because the idea is I had to do something. I want to do something. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not. But I can't guarantee the response. All I can tell you is yes, they are still deeply connected to you. Yes, they still have quite a bit of strong feeling for you. And they can't get you off of their mind. In that respect, you two are very much equals. It's working both ways there. Okay? So yes, there is mirroring here. Yes, absolutely. In spirit and in history. Intensity of feeling. And all that bullshit in the head. Yeah. You two are very equal in that respect. Epiphany, a breakthrough, insight that you need. Aha. Validation, confirmation, I figured it out. It's self-love. And ask yourself, yes, ultimately at the end of the day, what's right for you. Okay? All right. I think that's it. We got it? Okay. Full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. I feel like that was a big theme for you. Someone who, a Taurus that sees the bigger picture. I strongly feel that was a theme for you. Your energetic theme, if you will, on your last check-in, which that would have been Intimate Tarot. I do. You might have a connection to that. Okay. Anyway, you might have some strong Sag in your chart. Could be connecting to. The season might be important to you. We have the letters G, I. Someone else had that exact same letter combination. Don't remember who. X and U. And then we have mask off. The authentic self coming through. Mask off. Revealing the face. Okay. Revealing one's truth, etc. Taurus, honey, I hope this helped you. For those of you who went, no, not my reading. Hopefully you knew to check out your other sign by now. And for those of you who you connect to it, you get it, you understand it. I hope it served you. At the end of the day, that's all I care about, is that it helps. Again, once more, I'm trusting your beautiful sense of heart. Your sense of conviction that I know this is more like me than it is different. Than the fears. And that's true for either one of you. Who they are and what they feel is so much bigger. Even over the fact that they can't stop thinking about you, that still precedes all that. I hope this helped. I do. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Virgo, what's up? Show me Virgo. What's going on for Virgo? Okay. The Chariot, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles. Oh, lots of activity. The Lovers, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles, and that ain't all, folks. Whoa! Nine of Pentacles. Yeah. You just hold on, hot pants. All right. Yeah. Well, there's a lot happening. Congratulations. Cards are trying to fly out of my hands. Like, get to it. And first, you already kicked it off with, I'm busy. Okay, I've got so much to do. There's so much on my plate, but you're flourishing, so I don't think you're complaining too hard. If you do, you probably keep it to yourself. The Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Pentacles, that is some hardcore stabilization, my friend. Expansion. Network, connection, resources, network. I mean, it's just, you look so busy. Literally, you look like you're in a space of to and fro, to and fro, to and fro. You are just all over the place, honey. Whatever's going on, you're there. You're just there. You're always there. Boom, checkpoint. Boom, checkpoint. Anyway, just remember to take breaks, please. There's a lot to do, and I respect that. I know a hardworking foundation when I see one. So even if it's not like, say, monetary wealth, what I'm looking at is someone who is very connected, extremely resourceful, and you might even spend a lot of time on the road trying to cover all the various points, but for the most part, deeply connected. Congratulations, though. It's a beehive of activity, but somehow you get it all done. Okay, over here. The Lovers, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. You got room for a little more? Because a little more is presenting it. It's a lot more, actually. But this, I'm not going to lie, that might be a connection that can actually make your life easier. It's a strong one, too. Very, with the Lovers, the Queen of Wands, is spicy. But it always deeply connected, but also it shows up as realistic, so... Ooh. So, I'm just saying, it might be worth looking at, stopping, taking a look at. 9 of Pentacles. I'm just saying I would, but whatever. That's me. Because, you know, first we got the strong connection here, but I like it when someone shows me their kind of ambitious, fiery self attached to their real world endeavors, because that means they really only do and say yes to that which they believe in. So that means they always kind of bring an intensity to their work. That's all. Possibly creative, too. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, I'm not the only one who'd be interested. You are, too, apparently, so that's good news. You're like... Yeah, oh boy, look at you soften up a little bit there. Yeah, nice. Don't get me wrong, you still carry a great deal of experience attached to you, but you're like, oh. Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. So you get your, yeah, you get that process going. I think you're batting your eyelashes a little bit at this person. But yeah, well, I don't blame you. Ooh. It's like, excuse me while I step out of my work clothes. And you do. You get into something a lot softer. Your energy kind of dresses down for this person, and then you open up, which is lovely. 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Oh, you know, good thing when you say it. Congratulations. That's half the battle, my friend. The Chariot, 10 of Pentacles, the 2 of Pentacles. Ooh. Well, look at that opening, though. Goodness me. What's up? What's going on? Beautiful. Sorry. Ace of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, the Hierophant. Oh, you know. Oh, you know. Oh, you think you slick. Well, I will say this. Like I said, you know a good thing when you see it. You're like, I know. Who do you think started the Ace of Pentacles? Christina. Oh, you go on then. Oh, you go on then. Thank you. I will. And then oh, that's permission express. That is expedited permission with the Queen of Swords backing that Hierophant. Oh yeah, you bet your ass. Yeah, that's expedited permission. It's like we're gonna put express on that one. Ace of Pentacles. Oh. Ooh, so they're contemplating your Ace of Pentacles. Well, I'm still assuming they can bring a lot to the table, though. The Lovers, Queen of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. Oh, don't hype don't hype me up like this. Come on now. I see you opening your heart space. You want to. I think you generated that Ace of Pentacles, honey. You're making that happen. I called it. I didn't even know how much I called it. And I said, you know a good thing when you see it. Yeah. I do. It's like I ain't got time to mess around. I know what a real deal is. Don't get me wrong, it could be that it's being put forward to you, but I'm not going to lie. I feel like you took over that dialogue and you took over that action. It's like I've got to put myself forward. I've got to put myself forward. So again, once more, it could be the other way around. It's just, honestly, honey, I saw you take control. I saw your energy take control of the situation, the dialogue. I said, this is what we're going to do. I mean, you're like, yeah, but I'm Virgo. So, yeah, expect me to do that? I do. All right. Let's see how this... I mean, they recognize it. They recognize the connection. They feel it powerfully. Oh, why are they worried? Nine of Swords, Three of Wands. Oh, the Ace of Cups. Oh. 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 Oh, I guess it's... Oh, it's been a while. Oh, that's sweet. Oh. Do you know what? I tell you what, just because someone can show me that kind of really strong, I know myself, rock and roll, take no prisoners energy, they can have such a vulnerable side, and this person does. It's been a while since they've had their heart space activated by choice. So in terms of understanding that they were stepping into love, that they were opening towards it, and they're nervous. I'm saying nervousness. When it comes to this connection, it's like I haven't felt this in a long time. It's like, I'm sorry, but I haven't. I would say that Nine of Swords felt odd. Three of Wands, it's been stretched out over time. Ace of Cups, they haven't had their heart space activated in a long time. By choice or just falling in love. Regardless, it's been a while for this person. Because they're reacting to you so strongly. Now, don't get me wrong. You gave them reason to take you seriously. You made that clear. I want you to take me seriously. Here. It was so blunt. So I'm not saying as soon as you meet this person you offer marriage. I'm saying in some way you present yourself in a very realistic manner that made yourself clear. Your spirit speaking for you, your mind speaking for you, and somehow your best offer is presented in a way that suggests, I'm here, take this seriously, thank you. I want you to. I want you to take me seriously. And they do. I mean, they have what looks like a borderline radioactive response to you. It's been a while since this person's exercised their heart space, that's all. Opened up in that way. It makes them feel vulnerable, it makes them feel shaky, it makes them feel nervous. But on the outside, you wouldn't know it. Outside, you wouldn't know. On the outside, they look like they're too cool for school. You know what I mean? I don't think this person is in a habit of showing their nerves. You probably don't know. It's just been a while. It might have been a while since you offered that realistic side of yourself. It might have been a while since they last offered their heart. I don't know. But they react to you very strongly. Okay. That's it. Honey, you make them nervous, but on the outside, you wouldn't know it. No. On the outside, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not trying to reduce this person, but on the outside, they kind of look like a smoke show. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, and the Ace of Cups. Yeah, but in the inside, it's like, oh, okay. Oh, shit. Like, this is happening. Oh, I haven't felt this in a while. Ah. Our heart space is nervous. You make this person nervous. Nine of Pentacles, Seven of Cups, Ace of Cups. I know that's not what you're trying to do. But some way their spirit or their energy precede your offer. Somehow they seem to have internal insight about how they're connected to you. 9 of Pentacles, 7 of Cups, Ace of Cups. Oh, honey. Knight of Swords, a Page of Swords, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, that's nice. That's all right. It's like we can grow into this. We can take our time. It's okay. So long as you understand that the opening up process is taking place, you have no problem if this thing goes slow. You seem to understand that they need time to warm up to this in terms of action, building up a certain... I cannot begin to impress upon you how this person is already very energetically attached to you, and they feel it instantly. It's the nervousness surrounding this person's sense of heart. It's a little guarded in there, it's a little nervous. It's been a while since they've been in love, or they felt the feeling, something like that. You seem to understand it, because you're like, okay, you need to build up into the thought, that's all. We need to build into the experience. It's no big deal. Perhaps then you were anticipating something like that. But the idea is like, we can both move at our respective paces. It's cool. It's cool. You just want reassurance that we are indeed headed in the direction of love, and that they're showing up because they want to. And that seems to be the case. So you're two exchanging your best aces. We had the Ace of Cups here twice and the Ace of Pentacles here twice. So you both are exchanging and openly experiencing it. But the emphasis here on clarification is pace. I understand you need time to grow into this. I just wanted to know that that was an option. that could be presented, that you would be willing to grow into this with me. But that's fine. That's fine. You know, we need time here, the both of you, to warm into this, warm up to it, mentally adjust to it, figure out each other's paces. But the exploration of love that's what's on the table. Okay? All right. Will they be open to me? Yes, they are. I know you are. I just know. Whether it just boil that down to the Emperor Divine Masculine. That just is rolling off of you. And it's not as obvious, it's not as, smack you in the face obvious as Aries was. If you want to see what that directly looks like in terms of that masculine front of energy, check out Aries. That was very impressive. But I think many of you might have some very interesting Aries in your chart, in which case check theirs out. But no, there's that sense of drive, control, destiny, choice, best offer. I got to move on this. I know a good investment when I see it, this kind of thing. That is that sense of driving forward. So even if you're not a man, you have already kind of determined energetically to be the driver on this one. And they are giving you a very... I grant you this sexy but nervous response, like they're kind of the gatekeeper of the heart here. So that's kind of a feminine response. Anyway, Cosmic North Node purpose for some of you, Virgo, might be your North Node, and if not, cool. Just figure out what your North Node is, and in times of challenge, and it feels like conflict, this is when we want to rise into our North Node. That's always helpful. So for example, mine is Leo, so in times of conflict or challenge, it's best I rise into those traits, or just don't push against them. That would be the South Node. So if you want to know what your North Node is, your South Node, etc., there are many an online free birth chart generator. I highly recommend Cafe Astrology, or it's Astrology Cafe. Google it. It's super easy to find. And you can get that for free. It's helpful. It's helpful. It just adds, an additional layer. But yeah, rising into the North Node. Self-worth, busy and distracted, air, Ace of Swords. Getting to that space of our truth, we were often distracted from it. Okay? Self-worth, busy, distracted, Ace of Swords. That was a hard-earned truth, and we were often distracted from it, but it came down to be a question of one's self-worth. And what it is that I can bring to this table or this situation or this connection that no one else can. And that was a matter of determining literally one's self-worth. But we lost focus of that for a while. All right. You, them, or perhaps the both of you. For some of you, an air sign might be a south node, where you overthink, or you purposely get yourself overly busy and distracted. It's just a way of pushing off uncomfortable thoughts and or decisions. Easier said than done, I know. Embrace the flow of life. Full moon in Gemini. Yeah, some of you might have some very interesting Gemini in your chart, and also a reflection of now. Yeah. But there you go. Could be connecting to. Season might be important to you. We do have the Lovers here, which is technically their super card, if you will. But also, again, Gemini season. It's here. 'Tis upon us. All right. T, W. We have the Unicorn. Yeah, I think you both are. I think you both are magical in your own way. I think you both are rare in your own way. I do. You have a specialness, a uniqueness. So do they. Anyway, you two have attract and attached to each other appropriately. I think so, yes. And then we have the coffee bean. Yay! Lots of energy there. Either natural or induced. Or perhaps coffee is a bonding element between you two. It might start with the old coffee suggestion. That old thing, you know, and it's a good old thing too. Some of you are naturally energetic, or like I said, induced. I don't know about you, but I run on 2 a minimum a day, 2 a day minimum, sometimes 3. Okay, Virgo honey, I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well. Capricorn, what's up? Show me Capricorn, please. What's going on for Capricorn? Let's do one more. Show me Capricorn, please. Yeah. Okay. 3 of Wands. The 6 of Cups. Page of Wands. Okay. 4 of Swords. Ace of Wands. King of Wands. Now. Page of Swords. Everybody show me the Page of Swords. The World, the Hanged Man. Okay. Okay. You want time to think about this. To be clear, you want an answer. But you're not assuming to shut down this potential cycle. It is potential. 3 of Wands, 6 of Cups, the Page of Wands. Somebody somewhere is opening up after a long period of time. I don't know how long. But yeah, there's some sort of soul bond here, you know? And if you don't believe in soul bonds, it's cool. That just means you've known this person a long time and they are of the past, you know? So this is where I like to point out to people, it's either you're reading or it's not. But either you or that person who you are connected to is reaching out. Possibly across a great distance, or in this respect, most likely after some time. Okay? All I can see is that little guy popping up, making an inquiry, showing some nerve. That's it. We'll see. 4 Swords, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. Yeah, you can kind of feel it. Be like, is that a good thing, though? 4 Swords. You're like, I am naturally fiery. That's true. Some of you have a lot of fire in your chart. You are naturally passionate. You're naturally ambitious. You have drive. And like, typically you consider those things to be a pro. And they are a pro. But you're like, should I show that level of energy, though? 4 Swords, I need to think about it. I need to rest. I need to reflect. Because you're like, I'm having a very excited response. Let me go quiet real quick and self-regulate. Okay, that's fair. I like that you got it. So this is someone who, if you have a lot of fire at you, you've learned to tune into it over the years and say, I recognize the excitement. I recognize the attraction. I recognize the passion. And I'm having a very intense response to this. I'm feeling hopeful. I need to think about that. 4 Swords. Fair. And it's still fair. Page of Swords, the World, the Hanged Man. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I can fully open the door to this. I don't know that I can fully close it. I don't want to make assumptions. Hold on. fair. You need more insight. Okay. 3 of Wands, 6. Again, I'm not telling you what to do. You're kind of telling me what's up with you. Okay? Yeah. I don't know how much time and space has been traveled. I don't know. But someone's opening up in the smallest of ways. And we know who they are. Okay? There's an instant recognition. Okay. Okay. Ace of Cups. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. There it is, folks. I couldn't make this shit up if I tried. Ace of Cups, the World, the Fool. Once more, it's either yours or it's not yours. And I'm not telling you what to do. You have the pleasure of understanding what's right for you. I can just point shit out. That's all Tarot Lady does, is I point shit out. That's all I do. And sometimes, yes, I give you an opinion, and sometimes it's a healthy opinion. But that's usually coming from it is coming from a good place in me, based on observation, experience, etc. So all I can tell you is this is coming on through. Once upon a time, love was, it is what it is. Love was explored between you two, and then that closed down, and someone's trying to reprompt the cycle, opening back up. I don't know if you still bear love for this person. This is something you need to figure out. I don't know if they still are offering any sort of heart space. I just know that you two share that connection where love is an underlying factor because it's built over time. That unique bond, you have to have love in order to sustain a 6 of Cups. So that means you can have with anybody, not just an intimate partner. So there is a respect for this connection in that way. It's a very non-threatening, unobtrusive hello. Okay. Yes, we recognize that. And that's the reason why, honey. There was no mystery about why you went upside down and said, I don't want to make any assumptions about fully opening that door again or fully closing it. I need to think about it. Okay. Well, there's why. You have familiarity with this person. Huh. You've been through this before. I don't know if it's coming back around bigger, better, stronger than it was. I don't know. I just see that you have, oh boy, well, this is affecting me quite fast. I see that. I recognize it. Let's think about that. 4 Swords. Because immediately you feel a strong sense of excitement. Yes. Hope. Yes. Passion too. Realistically, real talk. Yes. Passion too. Like, I got to think about that. 4 Swords. I hear you. But yeah, I have to tell you, it looks non-threatening. Someone's taking a risk. Who knows? I do think you're on the receiving end at this point. I do. But it could be you that prompts it. Right? You would know. All right. King of Wands, the Magician, the Ace of Swords. To be clear, you're looking at this on you just showed me. God, I still want this, huh? Wow. Yeah. Well, that accelerated quickly. Thank you for being honest, though. But more to the point, thank yourself for being honest with you. You're very honest with yourself. Dear God, I still want this. Yes, you have a lot of heat in you, particularly Leo. You don't have to. I'm just saying it's there. But it's tying back to this connection specifically. I don't know that you would have had the same response with another connection, but this one you do. You're like, oh, dear God, I still want this. I want this. But, officially, I can tell you, you stop to think about it. You're still crazy about this person. Long story short, you're crazy about him. But is it love? I don't know. But you got the truth down about your passion. You're like, there's no mistake in that. You know what it means to you. Okay? Page of Swords. So what do you want from this? Do you want love? Do you want to balance things? Do you want to heal with them? Do you want to leave it in the past? Because you know how intensely you react to this. There's a reason why it cycled already. Okay? You would know those reasons best, but that's not what you're focusing on. At least not yet. Page of Swords, the World, the Hanged Man. Six of Pentacles, the Emperor. The Emperor, the way I said that, the Six of Swords. Yeah. Yeah. It's fair. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to see. And you didn't know what you were going to conclude until you allowed yourself to think about it, and you did. Once more, tarot is the proof of choice, not the absence of it. I'm seeing but one particular outcome for this Capricorn after much due thought and consideration that you insisted on taking, and it was right for you. That was the right call. You didn't want to make any assumptions about doors being fully opened or completely closed. You needed to think about it. Fair. I told you that was fair. That means you were asking yourself seriously what to do with this. You admitted to me and to yourself that you're still crazy about it. Like, it still turns you on, man. Like, we can't get around that fact, right? Capricorn, real talk. For the Cappy I'm looking at, real talk. We are attracted to this. Like, we still are. It's almost shocking, right? How deeply attracted we still are to this. And it also represents a part of you that was ambitious, wanting this connection, desiring it, as you associate it with the yesteryears. So in many ways, this kind of completes your sense of ambition, because it does come back to you. So there is that sense of wish fulfilled in its own way. But then I asked you, is it love? You used to associate this with love. Once upon a time. And I said, what is this? Is this love, though? Is it a balance thing? Is it an opportunity to heal? How are we looking at this? Or is this going to be like a special friend for a while? Like, I don't think I can balance with it. Six of Pentacles, the Emperor, Six of Swords. You don't think you can. It's like you're saying, I still have an overwhelming amount of passion for this, but that's not necessarily love. You're right, it's not. That's a very official capacity, so you kind of converted all your passion here, which is substantial, into a form of empowerment. I've thought about it, and you did. You honestly thought about it. You didn't make any assumptions. Like, I can't balance with this. Once upon a time, I'm sure you used to want to balance with this when you understood it represented love, but you seem to be translating, at least on your side of the fence, your experience as just being passion and a sense of accomplishment for having, in some way, achieved it. At least for this person. But it doesn't seem to represent fresh love. Love of the past, perhaps. But present day, no. It very gently, I see you saying, I can't balance with this. And to be clear, I don't really know what they want. It could have been a momentary It could have been such a flash in the Page of Wands is a Fool. I don't know what that is. It could have been a moment of feeling silly and lighthearted and just being like, hey, Cappy, what's up? And it meant everything to you. But it also puts you into that space of understanding how crazy about it you still are. But that doesn't mean it represents love, though. Perhaps the connection to the past did, but... So I don't know. Perhaps that was a moment, just a carefree moment in this person, where their energy shifted positively towards you and just opened up after all that time. You're not showing me catastrophic disappointment. You're not showing me, ow, this hurts, ow, this hurts. You're saying, I can't balance with this. And the bigger part of me knows that. Okay. Some of you, I don't know, you get to choose. See, right there on the split, there's that attraction, that fire, but it might have come down to an argument of self-worth for some of you. It's like, yeah, I might be crazy about it, but that doesn't mean it's good for me. It's not a true reflection of my self-worth. You're like, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay declining this. And you are okay declining it. Trust in divine time. Karmic lessons. So some of you associate this. I don't want to lean into the word test, but karmic lesson, you knew in some way this was going to come back to you, and you knew that fiery side of you was going to be tested and tested and tested. So here you have a strong admission, so much so I congratulated for it. It's like, I'm being very honest with myself. I'm still deeply attracted to this. Deeply. But I learned my lesson. I had a feeling this was going to come back around. I had a feeling it would come back around in due time. And then I'd have to put my sense of passion aside and ambition for this aside. And understand, just because it was love of the past doesn't mean it's love of the present or the future. Okay. Okay. I will not balance with this, and it's like your word is final on that one, but it's gentle. Again, once more, full credit. You gave this ample consideration. First quarter moon in Gemini, speak your world into being. I think there's the truth of it right there. Most likely the dialogue between yourself and yourself. And in Gemini season too. So you might have some very interesting Gemini on your chart, could be connecting to. And obviously the season might be important too. Well done. That's all I can tell you, honeys. Well done. No way. That's crazy. L-O-O-P. Loop. So on a loop with this person. You knew it would come back around, that you two are on a loop. Just because you're soul bonded doesn't mean you're meant to be together forever, which is true. It's something I have to tell people all the time, much to their dissatisfaction. It's true. Not all soul bonds are meant to stay, and not all of them are going to be intimate partners. Dear God, no. No, absolutely not. But you understand that was part of your karmic lesson with this person, that you are in a continuous loop with this karmic. You learned your lesson, so this has happened before, more than once with this person. And you always kind of maybe, if I might, fill in that background text, kind of gave in to the intensity, the feeling, the passion. And you're like, I told myself if there wasn't next time, I wouldn't do it again. Thank you for, that's why you were so honest. Like, that's why I fell for the loop before. No wonder you took so much time to reflect. You needed to remind yourself. Okay, I got you. Good job. Good fucking job, Capricorn. I guess every now and again they act a fool in a small way, huh? And then we have the dragon in the upright. Again, lots of fire in there, particularly Aries and Leo, but empowerment there. Okay? Little spatula. Some of you like to cook, profession, hobby. You cooking right now. Hello. And then we have the medallion of Libra in the reverse, the keyword being charming. I'm sure that they are. I'm sure they're very charming. But you interpret what you feel for them as being more than that. Anyway, but very charming. Libra in your chart could be connecting to, and once more this season. Okay, Cappy, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Scorpio, what's up? Show me Scorpio, please. What's going on? King of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Sun. Okay. Knights of Swords, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Beautiful. Oh, the Lovers. Oh, the Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Oh, gosh. Things are clearing up. Oh, it's beautiful. It's like a sun parting through the clouds. Oh, I don't care what else I see. Let's just hang out right here, shall we? It's lovely. King of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Sun. Well, you feeling something, honey. That's why they pay me the big bucks. Yeah, you're feeling something. Did you know that? King of Cups, there you are. Looking very el natural, very open to love, very giving, very receiving. And you have a hope in you is blooming in your chest, and you're very excited, very excited. Long story short, the Sun. Something here is making you happy. Clearly, you're glowing. Okay? I don't know what that is, but you're reacting to something. New opportunity, sharp, strong, fresh, attractive energies. I don't know. But with it comes the Sun. And it's gorgeous. Very happy. And your heart feels satisfied. Knights of Swords, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles. That is direct action. None of it's in theory. It's the actual application of balance in a relationship. Now, once more, relationship is how two people define it. And right now I have two people defining it in terms of balance. Equal give and take. And that is a direct line of action. The Lovers, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. Oh my gosh. Like I said, the sun's coming through the cloud. We have an absolute truth. Wherever there was confusion between you and this person, strong connection, clearly. Wherever there was confusion or sense of stuckness, that's getting cleared up fast. Very. That's a fast acting. You know, it's, again, the Ace of Swords is that one clear thought that cuts through the bullshit. And I'll say Eight of Swords all the time and a Nine of Swords. That doesn't mean we're working through it. We can give in to those thoughts and fears. But this is like, nah. We're clearing that up. And two people are. Beautiful, the Lovers. And then also, of course, the indication of now, Gemini season. Yes, of course. But first, let's see what's got you glowing here. Something that makes you feel like you. King of Cups, Ace of Wands, and the Sun. It's beautiful. Goodness me, it's very attractive, isn't it? Very warm, very happy. Ace of Wands, the Sun. Ace of Wands, get the fuck out of here. Ah. Yeah, communication's coming through. I don't know if you... Hi, are you new to tarot? Yeah, communication's coming all through. Oh, why do you guys watch me? I have no idea. Why are you subscribed? I know I can be a bit fun, but... Ace of Wands, the Sun, Ace of Wands. It's like, do you really need tarot at this point? I am horrible with advertising business for this channel. It's like, oh, stay tuned. No, you know everything you need to know. You don't need to stay tuned. You don't need to buy any extendeds. Here it is. Boom. Eight of Wands, the Sun, Ace of Wands. That's why your energy just went, whoa. It just hit the roof. But it's more than a pleasure response. It is so much more than a pleasure response. It's the invitation to happiness in some way. And it blooms in two people's energies. So excited. So excited. I don't know where it's coming from. I just literally got, dual mirroring cards. So the Sun, the Ace. I don't know who's generating the conversation. It's either you or you're receiving it. You're so happy, though. It's bliss. It's absolute bliss. Okay. All right. So the energy's up here. They're way up here. They're way up here. They're all the way up there, and they're past it where you can't see it anymore. We need to bring it down. So the Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles, and there's some earthly energy right there. It's like, let's bring this down, and we're gonna balance this. Okay, Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Oh my gosh! I like how universe spirits like make sure they know. Communication. Okay. All right. Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, Six of Pentacles. Well, given the proximity of the Ace of Wands twice and the direct line of communication, it's anywhere between, like, say, now and Gemini season and when the sun's highest in the sky. So that could be summer. I don't know. Does it matter? You'll know. When it arrives, it arrives. Yeah, I knew I was going to see you. Death, the Five of Cups, and the Moon. I knew it. I knew I was going to see you, and I knew you were going to show me that freaking Five of Cups and the Moon. Okay, so on the surface, we got these fantastically high, the highest of high energies that come down, and you and this person realistically have to live. Right? So the Knight of Swords, Four of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. That is, I am actively participating in this, and it's being returned to me, which is good. So when we do anything in an approximation with someone else, we want it ideally returned to us, and that's exactly what's happening. As far as I can see, it's a fair exchange of equal give and take efforts. It's like literally down the line, equal. Okay, and then behind that is a lot of work, like a lot of it. Mostly related to you, but you could be connecting to fellow Scorpio. I'm assuming you both share this in a way, but going back to you, the focus of you, Death and the Five of Cups and the Moon, that is a lot of background work about you having to actively transform some of your more secret spaces in you about hurt, pain, and disappointment of the past. Letting it go, learning to let it go. Releasing it and understanding how different you are today, how different your feelings are today. Okay, you're a different Scorpio. So it's kind of more than releasing, which you've kept hidden in terms of hurt and disappointment. For some reason, this was a very private subject to you, like you didn't discuss it too much. But as you continue to feel safe in this and actively construct in it, not only do you learn to let it go, but you understand how much you've changed. So it's a dual process. There's a lot going on in there. But long story short, what's going on in there is powerful. It's lovely, but it's not for everybody. That's the kind of thing that can make someone very uncomfortable. But it's also, like I say, Five of Cups is one of our minor cards. It's something we're used to. Five of Cups, the point is to not get lost to it. We're always going to carry it in some way, but don't get lost to it. Don't become enamored with your fancy baggage. Okay? We are equipped as Scorpio to handle the Five of Cups, but we're not supposed to dwell on it every day. Okay? We have a huge capacity to love. So we have a huge capacity to take our more negative feelings to a very deep place and bury them. We don't want to do that. We want to learn to release, let it go, and understand how we've changed. Okay? All right. The Lovers, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. There was a lot in there. There was a lot in there. But then so are you. Okay? All right. The Lovers, Eight of Swords, and the Ace of Swords. The Lovers, Eight of Swords, Ace of Swords. Clearing up the confusion. The Knights of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, Active Construct, Queen of Wands. You feel great. Yeah, as you two continue to work through this literally and make it your reality, Gosh, look at you. You move fast, don't you? I'm like that too with the Knight of Swords. It's not the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands. It's just I'm on it. I have that kind of energy too. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it. You're that same kind of Scorpio. I'm on it. So the Knights of Swords, you don't rest on your laurels too much or too often. I'll tell you that. You're always busy. You're always active. So when you say you're working on this, you mean it. And it's the same thing down here too. It's the same, except the quality of the build just continues to get better and better and better. More and more productive, more and more solid, and you're literally flourishing. You feel safer and safer with this as things become clearer and clearer between you and this person. And this is, again, a reflected effort. It's not just you doing all the work. It's being returned to you. I just see where and when and how you do your portion, and it feels so good. What you really like is how the mystery has been taken away between you and this person. You can honestly, legitimately say you better see yourself in it. You can better feel yourself in it. You can better see yourself as being secure in it. So you continue to work in it, and it's returned to you, and it feels good. And then another veil of mystery is lifted, and so on and so forth. And things, eventually, if you keep at it between you and this person, as you two continue to make your connection a solid point of reference in reality, you are showing me the classic lovers when they actually work out and they support each other and build each other upwards instead of tearing each other down, because it's such a strong connection. It can work in the opposite too. It depends on how lined up these two people are, and that's what you two are showing me. We are determined to line up. We're going to drive each other up, not drive each other insane or drive each other into a downward spiral. We will lift each other up. And the more you put yourself, the better it feels, literally. Your confidence goes up. Your sense of what you're putting into this every day goes up. And like I said, it clears up exponentially the mystery between you and this person. And so what starts out as a huge spikes of energy, up here, up here, up. You're so joyous. You're so happy. The sun's coming out for two people. You very much long and desire for this. Now you're talking to it. And then you say, look what I can do. Look at what we can do. And it helps you access a deep place within you about how much you've changed and what you can do. And that you're happy to do it because it's returned to you. And look at that. Look how productive. But more than that, two people are working through this. And this connection becomes your truth. The mystery, I keep coming back to that. The mystery between you two kind of vanishes bit by bit, day by day. And it's this real solid connection. I've just seen the beginning of it, to be honest. Yeah. I know. The way I speak, sometimes my cadence can switch up. It's one of the and I'm not offended by it. I'm used to it. I've been on YouTube long enough. I understand what some of my major critiques are. But one of the things I often hear is like, why can't you just get to the point? Give me something to work with that allows me to get to the point. And Scorpio gave me something to work with today that allowed me to get to the fucking point. Decisions. You know, that's why. Because technically, even though your energy here was quite complex, it was also remarkably straightforward. And it's not just coming from you. Okay? You have a very strong imprint with someone else. And when you two take it and run, you take it and run. But I like how things become clear between you and this person. It's bloody gorgeous. Decisions. Left, right, north node, cosmic, purpose. For those of you, when in doubt or feeling challenged, rise to your north node. A couple of people have been getting this. So know what your north node is. It helps. It's just an additional layer of knowledge. If you do not know what your north node is or your south node, I strongly recommend you use one of the many free online birth chart generators. I recommend Cafe Astrology, Astrology Cafe, whatever, Google it. It'll pull right up and plug in your data and find out what your north node is. Like, for example, mine is Leo. So in times of crisis or challenge, it's better I rise into the traits of Leo as opposed to my south node, which is Aquarius. And for other people, it's the other way around. It's not a slight on Aquarius or a pro for Leo. That's just life. So we want to do the opposite of our south node traits. But when it's time for that decision, babe, okay? There's a decision there at crossroads. Rise to that north node. All right, that's enough. You got this. You do. This is the tricky bit right here, but if you're a Scorpio who's had some experience with this, you get it. Not many would. Like I said, it's not a very comfortable process, but at the same time, you are rebuilding your sense of comfort with someone else too. Okay, yeah, Gemini season, first quarter moon in Gemini, speaker rolled into being. Yeah, could be connecting to Gemini as well. I'm largely interpreting it as regardless of sign this season, like now. So, but yeah, could be connecting to, absolutely. Oh yeah, absolutely. And like I said, fellow water sign as well. We have one letter, M. We have the medallion of Libra, and the verse, the keyword being charming. Either you're very charming, they are, the both of you are very charming. The key, you have the key to this, absolutely. Oh, you know what, I don't mean to dismiss the key, poor key, I just dismissed it. No, you have the key to unlock the situation. It's part of the choice, okay? You have the tools for the job. Now, the yin and yang, you two complement each other quite well. When you two are clearly working side by side in this shared interest, you two complement each other very well, at black and white. Okay? And the infinity loop. Yeah, I can see that. The balance for you two is really real. But man, it starts out like unbelievable. But it's still shared, though. I can't say that it's not. It is still shared. The sun twice. You are each other's happiness. Let's make that clear. God, the rockets. Both of you. Rockets. You both shoot off at the same time. That sounded... Well, you know how it sounded. Anyway, the infinity loop, soul bonded, and then we have the jellyfish here, the tentacles that reach very deeply into feelings, and then it can go into that place of suppression, the moon, if it runs deep enough, yeah. We're going to work through that. Okay? Learning to let go. Okay. That's enough. Scorpio, honey, I hope this helped you. I do. I don't think you need it, though. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Pisces, what's up? What's going on for Pisces? Show me Pisces. What's up, Pisces? The Hanged Man, the Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. Oh. Okay. Nine of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah. I know there's a whole process here. I've seen it, but you're making it look very succinct. You've had a lot of time to think about this. The Hanged Man, Page of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune. Time has caught up to you. Whatever it is that you started contemplating a long time ago, you have an answer now. That was a long time ago. This is something, some time ago, you said you wouldn't just act on it impulsively. You would take your time to understand it. Understand yourself, the situation, your feelings, mostly feeling here. Like I told myself I would consider this deeply X amount of time ago, and now time's caught up to me. I understand. I have the truth with me now, and you do. King of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. I see you detaching, but with a gentleness in your heart. Again, that can only come from someone who's taken that much time to reflect of what they're doing, why they're doing it, what they're feeling, and why. So there's a gentleness in you. So this is about how I really feel, and to an extent, yes, my own sense of self-worth. But yeah, I see you detaching, and then with a certain kind of set jaw, if you will, a set mind, focus. You're like, I'm going to slowly but surely move in a direction that feels right to me. And like I said, your mind, but you're showing me like that kind of firm chin. Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords, Knight of Pentacles. That is deliberate. A deliberate path has been chosen. It's like that's where I'm going to go, but I'm going to take my time getting there. And it's going to, in some way, represent self-love, self-interest, or wish fulfillment. But it goes back to the self. Okay. The Hanged Man, Page of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. All right. Like I said, that is... I don't know how long ago you said I'm not going to act quickly on that or impulsively. I'm going to take my time with this and understand it. I want to give whatever this is I'm thinking about careful consideration. You're like, I'm just not that fish. I don't move on every thought. I don't move on every feeling. I take my time to understand. Okay? And and even when you choose for yourself in future, you're still doing it in a slow way. But it's something that you say is right for you. So I know that you're that Pisces. You will deliberately take your time on any particular subject. I don't care what your process is. So long as you understand what you're doing and you know it's correct, that's all I care about. The Hanged Man, Page of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. So long as you know what you're doing and you're not showing me conflict. All right. Or if there is conflict, you've worked through it. Temperance. Oh my gosh. Two of Swords. Indecision. The Knight of Swords. Indecision around how to act. What to do with this particular subject. We'll get to that. You really did take your time, baby. We're talking... This kind of surpasses months and seasons. Temperance. The Wheel of Fortune. The Hanged Man. Ooh, we're talking years. Indecision. Back and forth. Back and forth. Back and forth. How to take action. What to conclude, next steps, next move, what are my thoughts on this? Or is there anything to do at all? Am I perfectly fine right here? All that in a bag of chips. Really consolidating yourself to this. Okay, let's get over here and give this some definition. All right, King of Cups, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups. I do see you detaching, yes. I'm going to walk away from this now. I can't say that you didn't give this a great deal of thought, because you did. The Magician, the Fool, the Three of Swords. I don't quite know what it is you're walking away from. I do know you desire some sort of brand new beginning for yourself. And you're saying it's risky, but you're going to assume the risk. Okay. I don't know what you're putting so slowly, one foot in front of the other as you head outwards. I don't know what you're leaving behind. But you're saying, my desire for a new beginning and away from this is so much higher than the potential cost of risk. That's saying something, yes. It would, in fact, break your heart more to stay. That's the truth as well. I believe you. It's like I'm willing to roll the dice. I understand it involves some risks. Yeah. To walk away from this and then to enter into that concept of new beginning is it's hard. It's hard to walk, and it's hard to enter into a place of new beginning, but I'm going to do it. Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. I would really love to know. It's so nondescript. I don't know. And there you are with a set face, a set mind, set jaw. As I said, Nine of Cups, Queen of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles. The Star. Queen of Swords twice, King of Wands. You're going to follow your own path. This I know. This I know. You're going to follow your own path. You will be connecting to something in time that deeply speaks to your own sense of desire and wish fulfillment at a higher level than personal satisfaction. I see that. Good. I'm happy for you. I really, really am. The focus isn't there just once, but it's also twice. So I know you've made up your mind on the subject, and at some point I see something connecting to you in return. It's almost like it's there to confirm your choice was correct. I don't quite know how to describe it, but something shows up as, yeah, no. Pisces, you're right. And I'm happy for you. I am so happy for you because you look... Don't get me wrong. That determination is really real, but behind it is so much sense of purpose and fulfillment and happiness, personal happiness. I see you reach for it and someone pops up and says, oh, I approve. Whatever this is looks really good on you. I love that you're here. I love that you're doing this. I love that you're fulfilling this dream of yours. It's something you had to take a risk on. But you took so much time to understand it. It's very agreeable to you. You didn't tell me what it was. But I do know you're having to walk from something, situation, place, circumstance, or person in order to fulfill that dream, because you cannot currently do it from where you are, or what it is, I should say, you're leaving behind. It's not possible. It does not lend itself as an opportunity from your current position. Many of you then, in the very generic sense, might be pursuing your dreams, relocating. Some of you might have to leave old roles or people behind in order to accommodate this. You did tell me it would be a risk to stay, but you already know what that would result in. More disappointment and heartbreak. So it's like, if I'm going to experience disappointment and heartbreak, I'd rather roll the dice on a new beginning, because I already know what to expect if I stay here. And do you know how you arrived to that conclusion? Right there. That's the advantage of taking your time. It's also time that can allow us to talk ourselves out of things, but it was time for you that gave you more proof. So I don't know, but I just want to wish you well and congratulations. Someone crosses your path that confirms your decision. With positivity, it's almost like they're welcoming you. Oh, Pisces, you were always supposed to head in this direction. Didn't you know? You're like, well, I figured it out. I see someone welcoming you. So I don't know. But you're right. I've said something like this very similarly to people over the years. You already know what you're getting from this situation. And if you keep denying it, that's on you. You already know what to expect from this. So if you're gonna experience sacrifice, if you're gonna experience disappointment, if you're gonna experience hurt, it might as well be for the thing, that question that you've always wanted to answer. Because you already know what to expect from what you're leaving behind, right? It's a pathway you never completed, or you never fully walked, or you never allowed yourself to walk towards. A third eye clarity. Oh yes, very you. Very intuitive. Yes, please do. Listen to yourself. I really tried so hard to get more, but Ace of Wands, new beginning, that strong sense of fire in you, ambition, determination. Dark night of the soul. Oh, we had some dark nights. I bet you did. That sense of destiny, direction. It caused you night sweats, I have no doubt. Getting confrontational with your fears, your emotions, the worst of your mind. That took time. That was all part of the package. But yes. It's stuck. Yeah, you were stuck on this for a long time. Or it felt like you were just one big pile of stuck. But you weren't. You were working through this the whole time. You worked through that knot. Last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. There you go. Some of you then, you started your official walking process last Taurus season, which, by the way, was like a week ago. You started taking those first initial steps not too long ago, but be proud of yourself. I know. And then I see you as you make headway, you make progress. Someone says, congratulations. You're here. You were always supposed to be over here. Silly goose, what took you so long? Something like that. I don't know. I don't know. That you know what I mean. It's the energy. I can't wait to greet you. Okay. Last quarter moon in Taurus. Yeah, be proud of yourself. Of course, you might have some very strong Taurus in your chart. Can be connecting to, or that last season might have been very important to you. We have one letter here, P. We have the yin and yang, trying to find your balance, possibly with someone else, but I see that as you honoring both those sides of you. Okay. And I saw that. It's like, you know what happens if you will yourself to stay. All you risk is more heartbreak for a situation or way of life or something that's not for you. Or you can take a risk on a new beginning. And you balance those. And you took a lot of time to balance that. We have the medallion of Leo, Aries, and Aquarius. You might have any of these strong placements in your chart. Once more, connecting to other seasons might be important to you. Pisces, honey. I want to say congratulations, but it's in such an abstract way. So I guess I just want to say I'm happy for you. You know? Like that person is, they're happy for you. Well, I am too. I'm glad you're catching up to where you need to be. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well. Cancer, what's up? Gemini. Cancer. Okay. Six of Wands. Chariot. That's you. The Queen of Wands. Yay! Wait, you're not the only one to show me something like that. It's been kind of cool, actually. All right. Four Swords. Three of Pentacles. Yeah. The Empress. Okay. Three of Cups. Six of Cups. And Four of Wands. And this is where people get like really happy or really tired of tarot. It tends to be a 50-50 fallout. It's like, this is why I love tarot, and other people are like, this is why I fucking hate it. Those are the people you need to go check your other placements. Although I have to tell you, at the rate for which I'm seeing things, there's a good chance if you do check your other placements, you're going to see something like this anyway. It's in the air. You know, what can I say, honey? It's in the air. What's in the air, Christina? Love. No, the willingness to try, take a chance, take a risk, feel good. I don't know what's going on. I got a fever. Who is that? That's SNL. It was Christopher Walken, one of his characters on SNL. I got a fever. Oh, more cowbell. Yeah, that's a great skill, but I got a fever. And you do. That's what's my first impression right there. I love that bit. That's a great sketch. Six of Wands, the Chariot, Queen of Wands. Boom, baby. Look at you. Oh, you look good. Yeah, thank you. I feel good. I've been working on myself. Not going to lie. I like the results. It's like, what's that ridiculous phrase? something summer, hot girl summer. I don't know. But anyway, it's like hot Cancer. I don't know. Some of you might be prepping up for your own season this year, or you're just feeling good now and you got to move forward, babe. It's like, don't stop me. Just don't. And I'm not gonna. You feel good. Recognition in that space to see me. I've been working on myself. I feel great. I'm a passionate Cancer. I'm an open Cancer. I'm vivacious. I'm alive. I'm lively. However you want to do it. It's like, I gotta go. I gotta be me. I'm a peacock. You gotta let me fly. Okay. You look great. You look great. Some of you have been working on yourselves physically in terms of that outward flash. It's pretty on point. Again, you're not the first person to show me. And there you are. So that's your particular signature. You're like, I know. Now, 4 Swords, 3 of Pentacles, the Empress. Cool. And it is cool. It starts out like smooth. Oh, okay. Whoever that is. Yeah. I can work things out with you. And it is kind of a peace treaty there between you and somebody. 4 Swords, 3 of Pentacles. It's an opportunity to relax with this connection. Get reacquainted with it. It's coming across as an opportunity to restore the connection. And it is looking restorative. It's like restorative light. It's not too heavy. You know, it's going to be a pentacle on pentacle thing. 3 of Pentacles. So, 4 Swords, that's restoring the connection a little bit, putting some work into it, but someone else shows up as, okay. The Empress, super chill. It's looking very chill. Okay. And then 3 Cups, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands. It warms up. It warms up after that. Yeah, like I said, you're not the first person to show me this stuff. So, again, if you're like, oh, honey, don't shoot the messenger, although you can if you want. Whatever, man. I just work here. So check out the placements. But, you know, for others of you, if you're feeling so bold, if you're feeling like that Cancer, you let me know. This is for you, babe. All right. But yeah, no, it's great. So it's looking like we're in the mood for reconnection, but I have to insist, though, it starts out in such a way that's polite, restorative, take it easy. I'm going to contribute here. I hope that's good enough. Oh, it is. Cool. All right. All right. I put down some pentacle. You do too. And we're going to concentrate on reflection, insight, and keeping the peace in this, or trying to build into that, something like that. All right. But yeah, this is coming from someone who says they know themselves quite well with the Empress here. No, I saw you immediately. That's you. But here is the agreement for somebody to put some sort of work into this. Okay. But yeah, then it warms up. 3 of Cups, 6. So this is a soul bond, as we know. Or if you don't, I'm happy to tell you. Now, if you don't believe in soul bonds, that's cool. This is someone who, bare minimum, represents the past. And we're going to build into it. 3 of Pentacles. There it is again. 4 of Wands. Okay. But it feels good. It feels good. It does feel really good. 4 of Wands, once more, relationship, yes, but it's how 2 people define it. Thus build into it. So, I don't know what you call this person, but we're very happy to see them again. All right, 6 of Wands, the Chariot, Queen of Wands. I mean, this isn't everybody, but I want to say it ain't far off from 50%. You know, there's 12 signs. 6 of Wands. Now, I'm not saying we're perfect here. 8 of Wands right away. 2 of Pentacles. Oh, what to say, how to say it. 9 of Cups. You're like, I'm just going to shoot from the hip. I like it. Hey, I like that. I like it. 8 of Wands. Who else kicked it off? Communication. It was Scorpio. Don't remember. It was Scorpio for sure, but maybe another sign or 2. But anyway, 2 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. What to say? What to say? How to say it? What to say? Oh, fuck it. 9 of Cups. I'm just going to say what feels right. There you go. That's Cancer. Absolutely. Let's try not to overthink it, right? We can get lost to that, particularly water signs. The 2 of Pentacles is something I tell Scorpio about all the time. We're not good with it. We're really not. Sometimes it really is just best to go with the flow of our natural waters. And here we don't want to overthink it. Just let the words flow. You're in the mood. you got a natural fire in you anyway, and that's also a flow. Yeah, just shoot from the hip. What to say, how to say it. Forget all that. Say what's in your heart, say what's in your mind. You got it. It could be that this is coming towards you, but I am seeing that boost of confidence coming from you. But yeah, reverse energies as these two fit. But I do see a kind of, yeah. Okay. I can agree to meet you halfway. Sure. But I like it. Shoot from the hip. So I don't know what your words are exactly. I can see that you went back and forth on them, and then you're like, oh, fuck it. I'm just going to say what feels right. Good. Good. Good, good, good. I like it. I like it. Good. You're listening to yourself. Excellent. Some of y'all gone back to the gym, maybe focusing on appearance, but no, it's just something about your literal physical energy. You feel so darn good these days. I don't know that you're drinking a Red Bull every day, but you get the idea. You know what I mean? It just, it feels good. Is your stamina up? Well, I mean, yeah, it is. All right. 4 Swords, 3 of Pentacles, and the Empress. Oh, the Hanged Man. Oh, Ace of Swords. Oh, Queen of Swords. Oh. This is that person that always has an answer. I'm telling you, they always have an answer. They always have one. I thought about that shit a long time ago. What the hell? Oh my God. This is the person who is the definition of over-prepared. They think of everything. Wow. No, I get that. I'm not knocking it. I actually understand that really well. But this is that person who believes in preparedness. Oh my, yes. They already kind of have an idea of what they're going to say or what the response would be. They know their mind very well, and that's one of the reasons why they're prepared with an answer is because they're like, I know my mind, and so long as I don't have a conflict in it, I'll act accordingly. So Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, the Hanged Man. This is someone who already made up their darn mind. This is that person who thinks of things several paces in advance. That kind of speaks to or harkens back to hyperintelligence, maybe, yes, but also someone who kind of prizes preparedness. You know, this is that kind of Girl Scout, Boy Scout kind of energy, just that sense of being prepared, always. So it might come across a little bit as just a know-it-all. I can see where you get that. That's a little Miss Know-it-all, something like that. But it works for them. I'll say this, they know their mind very well. They know what they will do, they know what they won't do. They're very clear. So, no, they have a fully equipped answer in there. They've already thought about it or something like this with you. It had to have been. They had to have been. Explain that very steady. Whereas you're kind of showing me kind of relaxed. I'm going to shoot from the hip. I'm going to go with the flow. You know, I'm just going to loosen up. I just need to loosen up a little bit. It's good, baby. I got this. And they're like, I was expecting you. It's not intuitive like that, but intelligent like that. Well, you know. It's interesting, you two. You're bringing with you a fire, a sense of just going with it. And they're bringing with them a certain level of intelligence and strong mind. You two are like oil and water, but you actually mix. That's what's funny to me. As we know, oil and water does not mix, Christina. I know, but you two do. 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands. Clearly, like I said, things warm up. 3 of Cups, 6 of Cups, and the 4 of Wands. Cinnamon baby. Cinnabon. Saying, leave me alone. Leave me alone. Poor pumpkin. I had to give her some anxiety meds. We had a not great interaction with another dog this morning, and she's not used to that. Poor thing. It wasn't her fault. She did everything that she was supposed to do in terms of interacting with new dogs and showing friendliness and even submission if she needs to. But this was one of those dogs that needed a lot of training. And we went into attack mode, and poor pumpkin, she don't she's fine. She's fine. She's fine. It was scary. It was scary for her, and she was a little bit on edge after that. Well, a lot of on edge after that. She felt very threatened, and I can see why it was a very threatening situation. But don't worry, guys. I would never let anything happen to her. Not if it went beyond my control. But that was within my control. But I'm not gonna lie. It took what felt like several minutes to rein that in. The other owner had to. Let me put it this way. That one needs a muzzle. Anyway, she's okay, but she's had some calm down meds. It's taken nicely up. They're prescribed, obviously. Do keep in mind, high energy breeds also means tendencies towards high anxieties when provoked. 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, and the 10 of Wands. This thing is stabilizing. It is stabilizing. It's not always the easiest, but it's also like, I got it. So that tells me you already have quite a bit attached to you in terms of responsibility. So while you kind of opened up, shooting from the hip and free as a bird, and I got this and I feel good, you actually have a wealth of activity already attached to you in terms of foundation, stability, and expectation. And that's I'm sorry. I'm not sorry because it's what you've chosen. So I gotta say all the time with the 10 of Wands, so long as it's of your choice and you're saying, no, that's my pathway. It's been building in this direction for a long time. You're saying a lot is attached to you in terms of responsibility and weight, but you carry it all with a certain balance. You're used to it, but as part of your overall efforts to stabilize, this connection's in there too. This kind of budding relationship that is warming up is actually coming together very nicely. Very at the emotional level, at the spiritual level, yeah, it's building and it's lovely. But it's part of the overall package of what's going on in your world, which apparently is a lot. But you seem to be happily building this into it. So that's good. That means you want this in your life as a lasting feature, as a long-term relationship, because I see you going out of your way to make space for it. But that kind of means encompassing it into an already large fold. All right? So just please be aware of that. It looks like you're not willing to make cuts or sacrifices to your foundation. So you're keeping everything as is, plus building into this relationship. So please be aware of that. You're telling me you can handle it. You can handle a lot. I got you. I understand that. I respect that. I just want to make sure that you really get to enjoy this and appreciate it, because there also seems to be a lot of responsibility attached to you. But you say you got it all and you're going to do it all. Okay, there's almost a bit of stubbornness in there. Like, I got it. Don't worry about it. I got it. I got this too. I got that over there. I got that. I got it. Don't worry about it. It's interesting. You opened up, but it's in reaction to this, isn't it? It's in reaction to this, that warmness, that carefree. But in other news, you actually have quite a bit going on. Hey, pumpkitty, wumpkitty. Hi, baby. Hey, mirroring, you two mirror each other. It's not always a guarantee in soul bond, but we want to mirror each other appropriately in terms of how we're experiencing this and how we're building into it. But it looks like you two are. Oh, but you mirror each other in a lot of ways. You complement each other. And there's a certain level of regret here. You two might have a bit of a history or sense of regret that we didn't get to do this sooner. I don't know. I don't know where that's coming from, but you both have a way of mirroring back to each other a certain amount of regrets and past history, and you're, frankly, perhaps you two understand each other. You understand where they're coming from. You understand where they're coming from. Okay? Perhaps you two have that in common as well. I don't know how far back your history goes, but forming a structure, I told you, a solid foundation. You want to include them in this. You have to include them because it looks like you're not willing to sacrifice. You want to keep everything as is and include them in this relationship. So you're like, oh, no, yeah, no, I want it all. And that's going to take some work. You're willing to do the work. Okay. Oh, I promise you she's fine. She just was really upset. She's really not used to that. Okay, a lot of folks, Gemini season now, embrace the flow of life. That's exactly how you opened up too, except it was in context to your communication. I'm just going to shoot from the hip. I'm going to go with the flow. Full moon in Gemini. Embrace the flow of life. Beautiful. Well done. Of course, you could have some strong Gemini in your chart. Can be connecting to and like now, as in now the season might be important too. Yes. But there you go. We have the letters N, U. We have the fox. Very clever. Oh, yeah. Clever. I have no doubt. Cunning, clever. I'm not going to lie. Foxy. Foxy lady? Smart, clever, cunning, but also attractive. First, I don't think I've ever heard that before, foxy. I've seen the fox many times, but I don't think I've ever said a foxy lady. Is that clever, too? Very intelligent. They have the key to this. Yes, you do. And then we have the ladybug. A touch of luck. Absolutely. Touch of luck never hurt anybody. Cancer, honey. I hope this helped you. Put it in the comments. Take care. Be well.